Hello and good evening, my sweet dreams, my nightmares, and my absolute little freaks. Hello, welcome. It is another session of Public Access, The Dream, here being presented in the Guildhouse by the Chaotic Casters. We are so excited to be hopping in again tonight. And so, without further ado, my name is Werewolf. I use they, any pronouns, and I am your keeper this evening. That's keeper with a capital K. And I'm throwing it over to Timbo.
Hey everybody, it's Timbo the Wizard. My pronouns are he, him, and today I'm going to be playing Artemis Griffin, whose pronouns are also he, him, the technological snoop and socially inept. And let me go ahead and pass it on over to Grems.
Hi, this is Gremlins Are Us, or Grems if you prefer. My pronouns are she, her. I'm going to be playing Lizzy Levine, also she, her. Our little, our little communication student who is just doing her best, and things are getting heated pretty good. I'm gonna pass it over. I'm gonna pass it over to Vinny.
Hi guys, I'm Vinny, or sometimes I go by Vinyata. I go by he, him, and the character I'll be playing as is the Isaias Soares, also by he and him. A lovable punk rock guy who loves to see things in a darkly optimistic kind of way. Also, he's kind of a dick in a fun way. I'll pass it over to Rage.
Hey, I'm Latchkey. My pronouns are she, her. I'm playing Grace. Her pronouns are also she, her. I got a dog. And a druid.
No, I'll just wait again. I'll just say it. Hey, I'm Druid or the Seshcast. I'll be playing Dallas Starchild, the sensitive with no reason. And we're gonna see why this man's in our fucking house.
All right.
Wubs, take us away.
And we return back to the scene that we saw at the end of last episode. The tape rewinding, we see a tableau, our 5 latchkeys, all gathered in the living room. We see Artemis. He has lit a cigarette and is examining it. We see Lizzy, the first to notice him, tense as she realizes there's someone else in the room. Isaias, about to throw a bucket of popcorn at the intruder who has entered the living room, as well as Grace and Dallas. They are both slowly turning to the voice that just greeted them. A voice connected to a large man. His shoulders 4 feet across. This man towers over the couch, and he looks at the camera and says, "Now, dear listener, I think I may have been absent from the narrative for a little too long. It might be time that I had a word with our Latchkeys." And with that, he takes another cigarette out of a silver case and touches it to the tip of Artemis's cigarette and brings it up to his mouth and starts to smoke. And the scene winds back into the present as all of you notice a very large man is standing here in the living room with you all.
Yeep. Artemis just scrambles away, like cigarette in his mouth. He goes down onto all fours and under the table and up the opposite side.
Yeah. I just do a bucket of popcorn at him. Also, before Dad, Artemis, you had a cigarette the whole time? You didn't tell me? Rude.
Oh, good evening. I Hope you don't greet all of your guests with a bowl of popcorn. At least,
Should we invite you
not
in
to
first?
the head.
Yeah, aren't you supposed to knock?
Or, isn't that one of those
Oh.
vampire rules? Where you get invited in first?
I'm sure you have invited me in at some point. At least, maybe not yet, but you will.
Huh. Thanks, Chester the cat.
You seem to know us. Could we have hi? You're in our summer house. Could get an inkling of who you might be, please? And she's gonna stand up and offer a very shaky hand.
Oh, who I am isn't not nearly as important to the story as what I hope to bring to it in terms of your awareness of it. But pleasure. You can call me Big. And he'll extend a hand out to you and shake it.
Pleasure to meet you, Big. I'm Lizzy. I think you know that already. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Lizzy, I apologize. I should be a little more clear. The 5 of you are joining a story long in process, and I am merely a watcher, occasionally an observer, and at times also a meddler.
Sounds like we're in a TV show.
Perhaps.
You're not recording us, are you?
Are we being punked right now?
You. Recording you? Am I? No. Are you being punked? Perhaps cosmically.
Oh, I don't like that.
Me neither.
Leave one for us, KFC.
Well, I have a bit of a warning, as you are all on a bit of an interesting path. And you see, he pulls out a deck of cards out of his suit jacket and begins to shuffle them, doing card tricks, spinning the deck around his hand as he is shuffling it. And he says, "You might say I'm a student of the tarot. Would you mind a reading?"
Do we have a choice?
Would not be wise to miss it.
So, one of us get to go first, or we decide to choose?
Oh, no. This time, and he turns to Artemis, I believe you are the one who invited me into the space.
Come
Artemis.
again?
Artemis takes like another long drag on the gray cigarette, and he'll say, I guess I did, didn't I? All right, give me the reading."
And he begins to shuffle it, and he spreads out the cards across his large hands. This is a man who could palm a basketball easily. And he says, pick a card.
Artemis will do so from the right-hand side of the deck.
Certainly. And he flips the card around and says, well, this one, I would say, is self-explanatory. The 3 of Cups. Collaboration. Mutual respect. Creativity in all things. Care for another?
Did the people on the card look like us?
Could you please roll a sensitivity roll?
With my...
Actually, I'll let you do reason. You're having a... No, this is sensitivity. This is too funny not to be sensitivity.
Hell yeah, with my fat -1. All right.
Yeah.
So just day move.
And I'll say that this will be... Yeah, this isn't a threatening situation. We'll give you the day move. What do you think will go wrong?
I think it will look like us, but will look warped or like there's something wrong. Like our faces are not happy.
Certainly.
Mild success.
On a mild success, you look and see that it is Artemis, Lizzy, and Grace, all holding cups aloft. And you can only really make out one face on there, Artemis. On the left, you see your own face. And it seems... At one moment, you look at it, and it seems excited. Perhaps even celebratory, as the picture would suggest. You blink, and you see there's a fear in your eyes. You turn back, do a double take, and there you are, celebrating again. Could you take the condition spooked?
Absolutely. I think you see like a little shiver goes down Artemis's spine as he kind of examines the card further. He reaches for the second card confidently at first, but as his finger touches it, he pauses before taking it from the deck.
And you flip it over and see an image of the big man himself turned upside down. Oops. Let me... Looks like I'm doing a little bit of chicanery on our VTT for our listeners. No. Much is happening. What happened to my... Okay. You see another image. We'll move on. I'll get that image back in there when things work out properly. You see another image. The big man himself hanging himself by his foot, staring directly at you. Number 12, the hanged man. The seeking of esoteric knowledge, achieving a higher state of being. And I think one more. Would you pull it, or would you like me?
I mean, it's you on the card. Why don't you do it?
He pulls the last card from the middle of the deck and looks at it, and looks at Artemis, and looks at all of you. And you hear him begin to laugh. My dear cosmic travelers, I think you all might recognize this card. Those of you who have already seen the blasted wilderness. And he turns it around, and you see the sandstone arch there in front of you all. You're staring. The card seems deeper, almost as if you could fall into it. You see in that hyper light orange and pink desert, standing there towering in this card, an arch from some ancient ruin, covered in esoteric writing. And could everyone who has marked the sandstone arch please roll the day move with sensitivity?
Oh, with my -1.
Can I use my dog for advantage?
You absolutely could use your dog for the advantage.
Okay.
You know what? Let's go. Oh, that's a miss.
Cool. Just doing a little bit of rearranging here on the board. Let me call it out as it happens, and we can do some resolving.
Artemis hard missed.
I got a 9, a mild success for Dale.
Wonderful.
You got a 7, a mild success.
And I'm eating floor popcorn.
Wonderful, wonderful. You are the only one who hasn't marked it, Vinny. Is that right?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I will say that as you're all standing there, you look at this arch and you blink and you miss it as the big man disappears. And you begin to hear the sound of pounding on the windows of the living room. You look out, you see that at each window there is a person standing there. And unfortunately for Dallas, he recognizes one of them, a woman he encountered earlier. As you make eye contact with her, you see her eyes have gone milky white, and she is crying a thick, viscous liquid. They begin to pound on the windows, on the front door. You hear the crunch of wood as you are all overtaken by these enjoyers of the dream. Now, as this is a bit of a special situation, I will offer, in this case, if you'd like to turn the key of pure imagination, it would bump all of you at least to a mild success. If things maintain as they are, things will get very bad for a few of you, but not all of you. What would you like to do?
I kind of want to rock with it. Let's see what happens, guys.
He says with a mild success already.
I mean, we could cushion it a little bit, maybe. Like, we don't get it. Does I don't think we got to take the full penalty. Like, if
you want, individually, Artemis and Lizzy could turn their own personal keys, and you wouldn't have to spend the key of pure imagination.
I would be fine doing that.
Yeah. How are you feeling, Lizzy?
I almost want to see what happens, but at the same time, it's like, ooh. Can I wait until Artemis turns or decides not to turn his key before I? Because we're gonna have to describe a thing for it, right? The thing question.
True. Yeah. We can take we can start now and decide to take the off ramp later. In fact, we probably should. Everyone who got a mixed success, please take the condition weird.
Is that mild success the same thing?
Yes, a mild
Okay, cool.
success. We see as these addicts of the dream crash into the house, swarming the living room. We see one of them, the woman who attacked Dallas earlier, or maybe didn't, trudges towards Artemis, pinning him to the ground, and begins to sob into his open mouth. And you see Artemis begin to convulse, begin to scream, laugh, smile. And he turns to Lizzy and says, "Have you seen it?" And begins crawling on the floor across the living room towards Lizzy, ready to attack her.
Oh, screw this. I'm going after her, Dad. I'm gonna pin her down. I jump in.
I will say no. I will say for Timbo, this is an inflection point for you.
This is the
If
point
you
where I would
choose
turn
not
my
to
key.
turn a key now, yes. If you choose not to turn a key now, you would be retiring this character, and we're bringing in a new guy for you at
Okay.
this late hour.
I definitely want to turn a key. I'll turn a key of the child.
Okay, and we'll come back to that in the dawn phase that's upcoming.
Okay.
We see once again the windows and walls begin to crack and explode inwards as Lizzy begins to get pulled into the night.
Same deal. If that's the case, then I will also turn a key.
Cool. Would you like to turn the key of the child or the key of desolation?
I'm gonna turn a key of the child.
Okay. In this case, we look back and see, with the sound of a key turning in the lock. After giving his pronouncement about the sandstone arch, the big man disappears, and dawn begins to break through the window. Everyone will be taking... everyone, save for Isaias, will be taking weird as a condition. I believe, Artemis, are you maxed out at this point?
I sure am.
Gotcha. So, it has been a terrible night, a weird night for a number of reasons, as you feel that perhaps you have escaped by the skin of your teeth. And we're going to move into the dawn phase. Yay!
We lived.
We do not have a threat being resolved, so would we like to answer some dawn questions? We'll go through really quick. Dallas, do you have an affirmative on any of your dawn questions?
I don't think I got any signs from the other side.
Mhm.
It keeps resetting my Don questions each time.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. I'll say it right now while we're here on stream. If you guys are playing on a VTT, I totally recommend checking out Soares' Character Keeper. It's a Google Drive or Google Sheet sort of thing. It works very well. We've been having some technical issues with the Roll20 modules, so your mileage may vary, but we've been having some issues over here. But back to you.
One of them. Did you cut loose for once? I mean, I set a fire in a bathroom. I think that entire outing was cutting loose.
Definitely. I think that we can absolutely give you an XP there for that, Dallas. Moving on next, Lizzy. Do you have any Dawn questions? Oh, you have this one marked as well now because you have marked the sandstone arch. Do you have another Dawn question you've gotten a yes to?
I chosen were you vulnerable with somebody, and I think collapsing into Grace's arms kind of counts.
Definitely. Sure. You express like a very real fear you were experiencing. I think that's very good.
I don't think she did really any of the other stuff. Like I had pinned did you deliver a chilling monologue, but I don't think the monologue was chilling, just more like crying and trying to explain what the hell happened.
Yeah, I think that's kind of I would say that's more of a big capital P past, not necessarily like the past day.
Yeah.
So I definitely think you're right. Moving on, Isaias, do you have any questions that are a yes?
Fortunately, no, nothing at the moment.
No worries. Grace Bell, do you have a yes to any questions?
I do not.
All right, but you do have now that extra Dawn question for the next go round.
Yeah.
And Artemis Griffin, do you have any Dawn questions that were an affirmative?
Yeah. So, did you get loose for once? I was party to the setting the bathroom ablaze at the at the facility.
You also did that really slick move with the computer virus, which I would say is definitely cutting loose.
Oh, awesome. Perfect. And then were you vulnerable with somebody? Now this is kind of depends on the way that you want to define vulnerable, but if you want to give it to me that I was very much putting my trust and was vulnerable with Dallas when we were lying our way in because it was trusting for him to get the job done, right?
I'm gonna say it's asking more about emotional vulnerability, but I appreciate the hustle. I appreciate the hustle. Get that XP when you can. You know?
This word has two meanings.
Wonderful. Well, just really quick, I want to reiterate because we're about to go into a new day phase. And after this one, you guys will probably have enough clues, probably, to try and answer the question or one of these questions. But up to you guys. But just a reminder, the evidence we have so far. Evidence that a reporter, Charles Ensign, committed suicide while investigating Morgenstern. There were products stamped with Roswell, New Mexico. There's a strange recurring signal that we haven't quite parsed out yet. And when dribbled out, the dream forms a unicursal hexagram on the ground. So we definitely have some weird stuff going around. I think that currently these clues point more towards the complexity 6 question. If that's what you want to go for, you would be resolving the mystery by taking action that will neutralize the dream's power or otherwise make it safe. If you want to try and go for the second question, you might need to do a little more digging into the history of the dream. But we will be moving into our day phase in just a moment. As you're all waking up, you see once again a little present has been left for you on your front step. Not necessarily as monumental as the last ones, but on the outside of your door there is a door hanger that says 50% off the Mirage Antique Portrait Parlor, and there is a special for 50% off a portrait sitting using old film photography that will be processed while you wait, and you'll be provided with your prints before you leave.
Oh,
I feel like we should get a portrait together, guys.
Are you sure? Creepy thing I come out of nowhere. I want to take a picture.
One last thing before we head into the day phase. We have 2 keys we have to turn.
Oh.
So Artemis and Lizzy, you guys get to do your keys of the child.
Lizzy, why don't you go first?
damn it! I was just about to say you should go first. Rock, paper, scissors. No, I'm kidding. All right. I think I've already checked off. It keeps removing the check marks, but I noted that the flashback for the Latchkey kid routine had been checked already. I think building off of the last session, kind of a flashback to a moment where you realize your parents were imperfect.
Mm.
So a little before the scene where we get to the Latchkey kid routine, we rewind a little bit more, not too far back. But you see young Lizzy in the backseat of the car next to her older sister, and her father is driving a tall, stern-looking man with roughly cut brown hair and a beard. And, sisters doing sisterly things, being little shits to each other. But as one is wont to do, running errands. And all of a sudden, or maybe not all of a sudden to them, maybe not so much to him, her father pipes up and is like, so you know how your mom and I have been fighting, right? And, that kind of just stops whatever malarkey was happening. And they look towards his reflection in the rearview mirror. And he continues, well, we're going to be getting a divorce, but we're not going to be talking about it until tonight. But just one to let you know. Just don't say anything. And he holds his finger up to his lips, kind of like the same as how Miss Marvell Merriweather did before almost attacking Lizzy in the current time frame. And it's just, we leave the scene with the two kids in the backseat. One like barely 10, the other's like closer to 15, just kind of like staring and looking at each other like, what just happened? And the awkward silence later that night. And that's just where it kind of fades off.
Thank you, Lizzy. Now time for Artemis. Which key will you be turning?
I am turning the key of a flashback to when you experienced childhood trauma. So Artemis, growing up, was a loner, and he spent a lot of time at the actual lake of Deep Lake de Goya, and like snorkeling and stuff. So one day he was out snorkeling by himself, and he went down deeper than he'd ever gone before, and he found a capsized boat at the bottom of the lake. And being the young, foolhardy kid, he decided to take a look and explore. And in doing so, something shifted in the boat, and it closed off the exit that he had used to get in. And there was like an air bubble under there that he was able to use to breathe. But he was there for hours and hours. He lost track of time. And I think that in that boat, on like some of the advertisements were for La Fresca goods, La Fresca, the original Dream and other products that they had. And like from the light of his glow stick, like even now he can still very vividly remember the way that those forms looked in the bouncing off the water and in that sickly green light. And he was down there for like 20 hours, 30 hours. He lost track of time, and it took people a while for him to be found. He was very lucky that he was. But it's also, he has a bit of hydrophobia as a result.
Thank you. And with that, we turn into our day phase. What is everyone going to be doing today? We have, of course, our big looming mystery, but another mystery has been introduced at the La Fresca Mall. So you have a couple options to work with.
Got a picture taken.
Yeah, let's go get our picture taken.
Okay.
I don't know if
Is
that's
everyone going to be going?
Is that a good idea?
Group picture.
You know,
Social
I got
bonding,
me just
social
getting
bonding.
in it. You have to have proof we were all together.
With a
What?
camera.
Well, this
That
is
might
more
be
memorable. It's more memorable, though. And if we're already, we might find out something while we're going there, so we can just get two birds, one stone.
Yeah.
All being cursed.
I feel like we
I
could
don't.
use the time for. I mean,
Can you
Isaias.
figure out what it does first, though?
Look, Isaiah's afraid of pictures. Look, Isaias, watch out. I take a photo of him.
You see me just like doing
Ooh.
Do you have like a disposable camera or
Yeah,
like a dinky digital one?
I have a little disposable, like a Polaroid. It prints out.
You mother. Ugh, the flash in my eyes. Ugh, I'm so glad I'm wearing glasses.
You look, damn it, you look so cool in this one. Even though it's just a candid shot too.
Yeah, thanks for the photos, man.
You're
That's like
welcome.
grumble away. Grumble.
Now we gotta go get one with all 5 of us. It's just a social bonding ritual that I've read about. On the
You're
internet.
saying you've never
Right,
taken
yeah.
a group picture before, Artemis?
Not like with this many people.
Really?
How big is the group? Bigger than 2?
Yeah.
Then no.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of
Man.
sad.
I
Back-
see.
Back when I was going to church, we would always take these huge congregation pictures. There was a lot of people. That's wild.
It's wild.
Well, now you get to take one with all of us.
I was considering doing something else.
How long,
Um,
You
Take
don't
one
want to
with
take
you.
a group picture with your friends?
how long
Okay.
could it take to take a picture?
Where is this place?
In the mall,
It's
right?
in the La Fresca Mall, so you would be still in the general area of the big mystery.
Yeah, I mean the picture shouldn't take too long, and then we can still kind of look around the mall for stuff if we want to have a all work no play kind of deal for these few months.
Oh yeah, what's the worst that could happen by taking a picture?
Don't say that! Don't you fucking say that!
So wait, ready, set it. As I look outside, what's the worst could happen if money's falling out the sky? Money's falling out the sky. Damn, it didn't work.
Gently goes to throttle Isaias' shoulders.
And I'm going to say the two who are probably most attuned to it, Isaias and Lizzy. You've both heard rumors that maybe things aren't quite so on the up and up at the antique photo parlor. There's even been reports that maybe someone disappeared after their photo session there. But, that's just an urban legend. It's just kind of a creepy photo spot.
Alright, who's holding the camera right now?
Oh, me.
Alright, I've heard a rumor, but maybe go to the antique store and see what's going on over there. Because I heard a rumor that people mysteriously disappear after a photo was taken.
Well, I guess we don't have to get our pictures taken, but we can ask around or something. I mean, she does look kind of disappointed because she did want to take a picture with her.
Oh, all right. We can go take a group photo. I acquiesce.
Look,
Yeah, who
look,
knows?
look.
Who knows?
Peaches
Uh,
will be with us. She will defend us in case any curses or evil is about.
If we're lucky, our camera will not take our souls away from us.
Will you all be loading into the chariot of air sprayed fire, or are you going to be taking separate vehicles?
I'm getting in the van.
Yeah, the
I'm getting
van.
it,
Van.
Hell yeah.
Wait, I want to ask. Is there a Lysol in the van?
man.
Like-
What?
Lysol.
Yeah,
Disinfectant?
like can of Lysol?
Are you talking about air pressure?
There could be.
Alright, I'll look around for it.
Also, Druid, just because we are about to go on the move, would you like to stop
Yeah, I
at
was
Circle
about to
K?
mention it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
as we're going to the mall, I definitely want to stop by the Circle K. But it's
I
just
think
so hard to think about what I'm gonna need.
As you like, we see this shot of like you're driving in the car. It's all very quiet, and suddenly Dallas just goes, "Oh, can we stop?" And then there's like the camera stops immediately and like cuts really quickly to just like you're just all kind of wandering around a Circle K, and there's some music playing in the background.
I want to see what Circle K would have sold in the early 2000s.
Well, Druid does that. Artemis says to Lizzy, "Oh man, I remember coming in here as a kid and with my dad, and he was getting gas, and I would always go straight to the magazines and look at all the shiny new tech things that are coming out, all the kind of stuff. Even as a kid, I liked all that, the good stuff."
Artemis, could you please roll? Let's see, what move are we gonna make it? Let's just go with
Do you want to know what I'm fishing for?
no. This is for something else entirely.
Okay. Can I tell you what I'm fishing for?
Sure.
I was hoping to go for a nostalgic move to clear a condition or two.
Oh, I'll let you do a nostalgic move. I think that's
great.
fair. We're taking a little bit of a moment to do moves and stuff. If other people would like to join in on a nostalgic move.
What negative effects does the condition weird have on me?
So the condition weird, I get to kind of use it situationally when I want to impose disadvantage. At the same time, if you can think of a good situation where like you're trying to tune into the weird stuff, maybe it gives you advantage. Just like suggest, hey, could I use my condition to get advantage?
Okay, I'll keep mine.
Are mavens
Which
the other
if-
players?
Where does it say Mavens?
When you have an intimate moment with
Oh.
another maven.
So Maven is from Brindlewood Bay.
Mm.
I think that some text got copied over when they were making the Roll20 module.
That
Like
makes
you
sense.
guys are the Latchkeys, they're the Mavens.
Oh.
So this one's a little bit different, but here's essentially what's going to happen with the nostalgic move. While Druid's figuring out what he is doing, unfortunately he won't get to join in on the nostalgic move. But essentially, you guys are hanging out here and during a little bit of quiet time, and talking about kind of the things that take you back. Maybe that's could be any of you guys just talking about nostalgia as you're sharing a moment together, and you get to each person engaging in the nostalgic move will get to roll for the nostalgic move. And I believe it changed a little bit in Skinny Jeans. Let me double check those rules. Nostalgic move has changed so that any numbers of Latchkey can participate at one time, and the focus doesn't have to be on a specific thing that takes you back. So okay, so only one person needs to actually roll the nostalgic move, but I'm gonna say it'll be Timbo since he kind of wound us up.
Okay,
But would
Griffin.
anyone else like to hop in?
I would like to hop in so that I can use my Latchkey move. Thank you for being a friend. When you do the nostalgic move, the other Latchkey can clear a second condition, or they can take the condition called Feeling Good. They can clear Feeling Good at any time to get advantage on a die roll.
Cool. So if you have open condition spots, we'll do a little bit of metagaming stuff here. Like Grace, I think you have an open slot. If you'd like to join in and take that extra condition for advantage later, that's available to you.
What would the condition be?
It's feeling good, right, Lizzy?
Yes.
Okay.
It would be hard for me to turn feeling good against you, unfortunately.
Oh, whoops.
But Timbo, could you please roll 2d6?
Absolutely. Do you
I
want me to add
also
anything?
know what Dallas is.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I misunderstood all of this. It's a little bit different between the games. For the nostalgic move, Timbo gets to choose 2 of these options. Everyone else gets to choose 1. But yeah, tell us a little bit about your past, my dude. Your nostalgia.
Oh yeah. I think, like I said, Artemis. I think he had big old it was a fairly regular outing for him and his dad to go to just out to various shops, and while doing so, his father would get him like a popular engineering magazine or like whatever techie thing was on the shelf at the local gas station while they were out. And he would just collect them. He had a huge stack of them that he probably keeps somewhere.
Party. So I have lied once again. The Brindlewood Bay text confused me. The actual text of the nostalgic move. When you have an intimate moment with another Latchkey, while one of you is waxing nostalgic about something, you can each clear an appropriate condition. So everyone can clear a condition. Because of Lizzy here, you can also take the condition feeling good. And then as a group, you don't have to clear it though if you don't want to.
Okay.
You all get to determine a clue together for the dream. You get to decide what it is. Kind of like how you guys did an Odyssey clue. You get to just tell me something that's a clue for the mystery.
I have an idea, or part of an idea, I would like to offer.
Hell yeah!
You have a concept of a plan. Sorry, moving on.
So for the clue, what if we find something in the Circle K that maybe is like not like that kind of removes that sickly sweetness of the dream, maybe Pine Souls. I don't know.
To remove the sweet smell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or something that could diminish or something like that. Something we can find.
So, about the clue,
yes.
It can't actively resolve the mystery by itself.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right, sorry. Maybe more information about the new campaign.
Because it's got to be something like esoteric and strange, right? Like something that in and of itself doesn't make really any sense and is bizarre.
You could just straight up make up a truth about Morgenstern. You guys don't have any clues about that necessarily. Well, you do have the one where someone maybe killed themselves suspiciously while investigating him. So you have one thing about him.
Oh, what about there's a tabloid on the shelves that is of another investigative reporter was looking into the new La Fresca, and they've also found up dead.
I'm not going to guide you guys too much. So Timbo's pitching that idea to the group. How are we feeling?
I'm down for it.
I mean, I'm down. It's kind of spooky for the communication students. Like, oh, all these people, all these reporters showing up dead.
A lot of things are happening in the mall. Wait, who's that Storms guy's name again from last session?
Julius.
Yeah, Julius. He's been around Mall and people way longer than we know. Probably
Yeah.
knows something we don't know.
Probably hangs out there all the time from what it seemed like.
I'm not sure if he does anything else. I'm not even sure he's even in like on Earth right now. I'm sure he's in space 24/7.
Well, let's not go that far.
I mean, like mentally.
Yeah, I mean, let's not go that far.
Dallas, talk to me, my dude. What have you procured from the Circle K?
I got a laser pointer, and some headphones.
Love it. Nice. Interesting. You continue to make your way into the city of La Fresca, once again bustling as a small town during the summer does. And you make your way to the La Fresca Mall, just as quiet but busy, full and empty, this odd, contradictory space. You see, actually, was that shop there the last time you were here? Or maybe there was one there, but it's not anymore. Things have changed, even in the single day that you've been here. But you make your way to the Mirage Antique Portrait Parlor. Who's holding the little door hanger? Your little discount.
Oh. Graceful.
Grace, you look down and see this piece of shiny, sort of rigid paper in your hand. It says, "Antique photos of you and your loved ones. You can be anyone you want from any period you wish with a touch of history that can never die." And as you approach the Mirage Antique Portrait Parlor, you see, yeah, it looks like they're pretty stocked. There's shelves brimming with costumes, props, and backdrops for every era you could think of. An exquisite old-fashioned mirror with gold filigree leans against a wall. The current photo setup is a musty library with books and maps. An oversized vintage camera waits on a tripod for its subjects. While we are here for the mystery dealing with the Mirage Antique Portrait Parlor, I'm going to post the question and opportunity for you guys in the voice chat. We have, what is causing people to disappear and how can they be returned? Complexity 4. Then once you are able to answer that question, resolve this mystery by destroying the offending item, stopping the ritual, or ending the process. And if possible, bringing back the victims. So as you enter in, you see all of these props, these costumes, this whole setup. We have a paint the scene. Describe one of the parlor's old-timey photo setups. What about it makes you feel unstuck from time when you're standing in it? So you enter in and begin to mull about, and you see there are a couple sort of setups around here that you can tour while you wait to talk to the photographer.
I think that it's the way I can think of it is like describe it as like, you know how like IKEA rooms are like one into the other, and it's like you know, like in the displays, except this is just like sets for different periods. So like there's some place that looks like the 60s, like going into the 70s background, going into the 80s, like so it feels very fluid from like one to another.
Definitely.
I think that there is a moment when you step on to one of these sets. I feel like it looks mundane enough, but as you actually cross the threshold onto the set itself, there is a feeling of like vertigo or motion as you do so. And for like half a split second while you're stood there, like in the bright lights of the photo op, you are kind of blinded in a dazzling way, and looking out past those bright and shining lights, you would swear that you're in the past, that people are milling up, other people are in the place that weren't there moments ago, and they're milling about in period piece clothing that makes sense for like this old-timey set that you're stood on. And then you blink black the blinding stars, and everything is back to normal.
There are portraits on the wall with different people from different times, some young up to the older. At first they look normal, but when you look closely, there's something wrong. Like their faces might be either disoriented, their emotions are showing like worry or sadness, and something could be creepy behind them. They can't tell what, it's a person, a figure. It's hard to tell, but you have an uneasy feeling when you look at them. Almost if they're trapped in the portrait themselves. You sh- that's the kind of feeling Isaias get. I wonder, each new photo, that when their photos get clearer, that you see something different. Your photos saw something different from background to person, but older photos, you see something different.
And I think,
Like,
I also
uh,
think
oh,
on
go ahead.
on all like on these kind of setups, there's all these different props, right? I
mhm.
think getting near the props, they kind of have like a bit of resonance, like where you're just close enough to it that you start to feel like the energy from whatever kind of prop it is. Like if you go to like a cowboy hat, you feel like yourself galloping on horses when you like you're holding it, or if you like a old timey camera, you feel the bustling streets of like the old fashioned cars and things like that.
I would posit that the build off of that, like also the music kind of changes whenever you get closer to like to a certain different time periods. It's like you hear the generic like mall music, and then say you go towards more the cowboy hat, and it sounds more like the background of like
A
of a
saloon or something, yeah.
yeah, like old timey piano. Yeah.
While you are all milling about, um, Isaias, could you please make the meddling move with sensitivity?
Hmm?
And Dallas, you begin to feel this resonance that is happening between these different items. As you are wandering around, you begin to stare at the main setup, this room filled with books with a globe in it. You start to recognize it. Could you please roll the meddling move with sensitivity?
I can indeed.
I got 11 on my move.
Wonderful.
Meddling, sensitivity.
Oh, you got really quiet, Druid.
Oh yeah, I wasn't speaking directly into the mic.
Gotcha. I'm rearranging some things so we can keep our clues a little bit separate. But you will both be getting a clue immediately upon entering. And you avoid possibly some unnecessary badness happening to you. So, for Vinny, as you are looking at all these pictures, these older ones that you begin to focus on, there's one picture in particular that draws your attention. You see that there is actually a faded photo that a lot of these photos kind of have treatments done to them to make them look old, you can tell that this is actually an old photo. And it's of a group of people. They look to be from all different kinds of walks of life, but they're wearing Victorian era garb. And down in the bottom corner of the photograph, it just says HH 1846. And as you're staring at it, you see there is one person who isn't actually necessarily posing for the photo. They are just standing behind the group. And there's something about it. Maybe it's an odd trick of the light, but they look just slightly transparent. You can kind of see the background behind them. And Druid, this one's going to be a double whammy for you, my friend. You are staring at this main photo set, and you smell the rich smell of pipe tobacco. And you realize you've seen this exact set before. This was the setup for the fireside chat.
Oh shit. I think Dallas kind of stops moving. I imagine he was like walking next to somebody, and he just stops moving and would just kind of mouth fireside chat. Just very quietly as he just kind of looking around at everything.
And so this is going to count as a clue, but it is also a signal from the other side. Now, you are all kind of milling about, and I think, Grace, you are standing there with this little door hanger, and you see a tall, handsome young man. He's maybe 22. He is wearing a crown of gold vines and a translucent flowing Grecian robe. He steps up to you while you hear his little leather sandals flip across the floor a little bit, and he goes, "You look like a group that is positively gagging to be old-timey cowboys in the West, or maybe stylish Victorian peers. I'm happy to help with whatever you need. I aim to please."
Oh, thank you. What are we feeling, guys? Cowboys or Victorian?
Oh, we have so much to offer. Of course, those are the first two I thought of, but, you know, if you have an interest in any time period, we can make it happen.
The fireside chat was shot here.
Really?
I'm not familiar. Is that a photo series?
Oh,
Just kind of looking at the space.
You ever heard of the public access channel that used to be around here?
Yeah, TV Odyssey.
Public access.
It had so many good shows on it. You really don't remember
Not
it?
ringing a bell. I was more of a cable kid anyway.
Oh, you really missed out.
Yeah, I'm missing out.
Pretty good.
But I guess
Was it like-
that's the set.
Oh, really? I always figured this was some kind of like library or something. I don't know. It just felt right to kind of arrange, you know, like put a globe next to all these big books. You look very smart. It's very good for like an author photo.
Yeah.
But of course, you could we have some more professional garb if you would like to take a photo here, or like I mentioned, we have Victorian. You could be sailors on a ship. You could be you could adopt the sort of style I'm doing. We could set up a bit of a Roman agora feel. Oh, sorry, a Grecian agora feel for you if you want.
Ooh, can we be rock band members?
90s hairography. That could be very fun. I have some great wigs.
Ooh, I like that.
All right, I want my wig. I want to have a wig hair of Dio.
Absolutely. How do we all feel? 90s rock, big hair, tight pants.
Sure.
Question: how long you been working here?
Oh, well, this is sort of like summer work for me. I actually don't live here during the year. I go to college in Phoenix, but I'm home for the summer, so got a
Oh,
summer job. This is my second summer here.
oh, wow, wow. So who owns the store?
Oh, it's just like an old family business.
Do they have like a goatee or anything?
Actually, I haven't met Mr. Watley. I've heard of I know that he owns the store, but I just deal with my manager Summer.
Summer.
Yeah. It's funny cuz it's like a summer job for me, but also like I work for her, so it's a summer job.
Oh
She
yeah.
nice.
Like the season. I get it.
But
Okay, well, I have to do a little bit of setup to get a 90s kind of rock band scene together for you guys. But if you want, we have our costume room over there. You guys can absolutely look around. We have our prop closet over here. And I see that you guys have that coupon. I'm so glad. We were trying to figure out a way to kind of get some word out, and I was like, you guys have to kind of draw the people in, get a spread, have a fun time. Not enough people get group portraits anymore, but anyway.
Right.
I will get started working on the set. I'll strike this and get some new stuff in. But yeah, feel free to look around, find out however you want to dress, get ready.
yeah, take your time, dude. Okay.
So he will start moving things around. What are you all doing?
I'll talk to everyone.
I'm
Like,
gonna go
okay,
check out that set.
we'll talk to Lizzie. It's like, oh, Lizzie and Artemis. Like, okay, something's really freaky going on around here. Like, I check out these photos. Something feels really off about it.
I mean,
I show them the picture.
did you hear Dallas that the fireside chat was filmed here? It makes sense that this place is messed up.
I
Okay,
will
yeah,
say what now that you're looking at it, it looks it's a lot flimsier. Like the wall is a tarp kind of thing. Like it's not a tarp, but a backdrop, and they've just like moved a couple bookcases in. But it's maybe not exactly it, but for a moment it really felt like it.
okay. I work a lot of production that has weird stuff going on, but this gives me some weirdish feelings.
The this place is weird. The whole mall is weird.
I mean, yeah, the
Uh,
mall is always weird.
this town is weird. Everybody's acting weird. Um, well, werewolf.
Yeah,
My good keeper.
absolutely.
Question for you.
Hmm.
So the last time Lizzie was here, she was hearing bits and pieces of a song.
Sure.
I believe it was related to the clue of recurring frequency. Is she still hearing that now that she's back at the mall?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. Just wanted to make sure because she's like keeping an ear out for like I think she was on her kind of on her back foot, and now she's just kind of relaxing a little bit, ever so slightly.
Okay,
Ever.
Not sure if you should do the photo shoot. Depends what camera we're getting. I feel like we'll be husk if they take a photo of it. But I say one of us go in the back and look around, finding clues while we strap this guy from doing the photo shoot.
It's
Well,
the
we need
reason.
all of us for the photo shoot.
I know, but one of us make an excuse.
Do you want? Were you approaching me because you wanted me to do it? Because
You're good at. I feel like I'll try to do it. I could be either me, you, or wait. Who's quiet enough to go unnoticed and no one will actually pay attention because you're so quiet in the background? Yeah,
I
I
have
look
a
at
dog, so.
Archimedes. I like Archimedes.
Artemis?
Artemis, thank you.
What's
Hey,
Archimedes?
Artemis. Artemis, buddy.
Yeah.
I might need your help for this one.
You want me to miss the group photo?
Yes.
What?
Are you sure this
That's
is
necessary.
necessary?
Look at him.
We
He's
had to-
very quiet. He's very timid, and no one really knows what's happening when he comes and goes. He's kind of blends the background pretty well.
We
I
have to
mean,
be
if
in
I
the
had a
photo.
nickel,
No offense.
I mean, if I
Wow.
had a nickel, I would have nickels. I would have a plurality of nickels. I would have multiple of them.
That's so mean.
I know.
No,
But
don't
he's
you
our
know you?
ninja. He's our ninja.
No, we got it.
Am I?
No,
Is that my role in the group?
I'll check out the prop room.
no, we all are going to be in the picture. She says she's very insistent.
I don't look good in tight pants.
Well,
At this
you
point,
can-
you see Preston comes back in rolling just a giant can light and goes, "Of course you're all gonna be in the picture. Come on,
I
you're all
got startled.
beautiful today. You must be."
Reason
In
you
the
should wear a bell.
you have a
What?
wig for
I'm doing my
peaches.
job.
Oh yes, dog.
And he
wig.
just keeps doing what he's doing.
Well, we need props anyway. I'm gonna check out the prop room.
I'm pretty sure I look swanky in 80 clothes.
The eye roll from Lizzy is palpable.
But seriously, one of us should really do it.
He's going.
Just so you know, I need a fashion show from all of you before we do the photo.
Oh.
Give us a
Okay.
minute. We're shortly.
Okay. And he keeps moving things around.
That's creepy the F out.
Artemis is already changing into tight leather pants and like picking on a
Absolutely.
mohawk.
So I think we
man.
have Lizzy wanted to do some investigation.
I'd
Yeah.
like to check out the prop room real quick.
Okay.
while this is
Anyone
going
else doing things, or are we all getting dressed? It's okay if you're all getting dressed. Lizzy is kind of a workhorse when it comes to getting clues.
Yeah.
I mean, Dallas wants to go check the like kind of same area he got the ping on from like this being.
Totally. Yeah. So I'll say you two can do both. Roll the meddling move. And it'll probably be, let's say, oh, Dallas, you don't have many great skills happening for you. I
could be using my power of the weird.
Yeah,
But
sure.
if I like
you can
reenact what like he was doing in the video to kind of see which way he would have been looking.
Okay, here's the trade-off, because I was gonna make you do it at disadvantage because he is dismantling the set right now to set up the stage. With your weird, you can cancel it out, so you'll be rolling the meddling move with sensitivity.
Okay.
Lizzy, as you are moving around this space, tell me, what are you looking for?
Well, she had Isaias had mentioned that some of the props were, or some of the people looked
Photos?
odd, or but also there was a mention that like it looks like they're from that time period. I guess you would be looking to see if any of these props, quote unquote, are actually not props.
Sure.
If that makes any sense.
Give me the meddling move with reason.
Yippee! Ooh.
Wow.
Nice. Wow.
Okay,
Rolls
Lizzy,
right
you
now.
guys are both going to be getting a clue, and I'm going to throw this to you, Dallas. In addition to getting a regular clue, you get to choose. I'm going to let you choose. You can get an Odyssey tape. You can learn some unusual history about Dagoya County, or you can choose an upgrade for the Chariot of Air Sprayed Fire.
Ooh. Let me think about that for a second.
Absolutely.
Go on with them.
So, Lizzy, you are here kind of fiddling around through the boxes, maybe looking for a microphone, but also looking for something a little more useful to your investigation. And what is your clue going to be? This is so funny. You are looking through, and Isaias specifically mentioned that the photos were weird. As you're looking through it, you begin to see a man that I don't think you've actually seen before, but our camera would recognize. Standing in the background of a ton of these pictures is a red-headed man with long curls. We recognize that in the background of many of these photos, both ones that seem real and those that seem taken here at the store, is standing our good friend Orange Julius.
Oh.
Is he inside of Grace and Isaias? Because I guess were they the only two to meet him?
I believe so.
So Lizzy just sees this like,
You just see this one dude who keeps showing up in these pictures. Doesn't stand out to you right now, but it's definitely weird. Unless he's friends with all these people, he just keeps showing up. Dallas, your clue. Oop. What is your clue going to be as you are here in the space?
I do think I'm going to take the Odyssey tape.
Totally. You are here as he is kind of striking the set, kind of moving around, and you're sort of getting in the zone, recreating some of these moments. And your clue. You see, pinned to the globe, you tear off an old newspaper clipping from a newspaper called the Arkham Herald. And it reads, "Camera for sale, used once, must go."
Huh. Hey, how much for that camera?
It's an old newspaper clipping.
Okay. I thought it was like a... Does it have like a picture of the camera in the newspaper then?
Sure, I'll say that this ad has a picture of the camera that's currently sitting on the tripod, facing this stage. And which tape are you gonna find? Let me pull up a list of the tapes. How interesting. as you are kind of moving around, you sit on this chair where Phineas was sitting in the video, and you hear a little bit of a crinkle, a familiar crinkle, the sound of a VHS clamshell being compressed. You reach in next to or under the cushion and pull out a familiar purple clamshell. You see there's a Tory gate on the cover, and in big font on the front it says "Visit Starlight Kingdom" in big glowing pure white letters. And what I will say now, of note, kind of a test run for later. After you guys get your photo taken, I'll say you gotta get through that rite of passage first. You do have enough clues that you would be rolling straight to try and answer the question. What is causing people to disappear, and how can they be returned? Complexity 4. So,
Okay.
as you're all here, finally ready for your picture, you see the stage has been set up so that there are lasers and bright lights and all sorts of instruments available to you all. How are you dressed for your portrait?
I think our resident rock star should go first. Vinny, what does Isaias look like?
I'm wearing long blonde hair, wearing a shirt vest with no shirt, and wearing like tight leather pants. Also, I put some glitter on my face with a belt buckle, silver belt buckle, with some cool boots on, like pink boots. No, wait. Like a mix of purplish pink boots with a plastic guitar toy.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. I think Artemis has gone he's gotten a little bit further into the past, and he's got like a full like Gene Simmons Kiss kind of thing going on. He's got like the white face paint and the black eyes and the like big hair in the middle. And he's wearing like almost like armor-esque, like very classic. Also with a plastic guitar. He keeps sticking his tongue out.
Wait, can you switch my plastic guitar to a plastic bass?
Sure.
Cool.
I think Dallas, when they were discussing, was only half listening. So he was like, he's like, oh, we're doing Renaissance, right? So he's like wearing like a big puffy shirt and like very tight black pants, but it's pulling. It's like a Jared from the Labyrinth kind of outfit. Like there's like a big cave,
Definitely.
you know. So it's still fitting the motif without actually trying to fit the motif.
It's so funny. I think Grace is wearing a wig that's long black hair, a bright pink sweatband, a bright pink leotard, and black leggings. Black boots with fake diamonds on them. She's holding a microphone, and Peaches is also wearing a long black hair wig and pink sweatband.
Cute.
Oh, and she has drumsticks in her mouth.
Perfect.
Nice.
Where in the rule books does it say that a dog can't play drums?
Where?
I don't want to hear it. This dog has fantastic rhythm.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
And I think, does that just leave Lizzie?
I believe so. I think she was also half paying attention to, like, she doesn't really know any, like, metal, like, hair bands necessarily, but she has seen Gem and the Holograms.
Cute.
So I feel like she's got, like, this big poofy pink wig, with, like, this, just double checking, like, this leopard print top and, like, a skirt that kind of, like, flatters her features a little bit better. And she's rocking a fake keyboard. Like one of those standing keyboards.
Mm-hmm.
It could just even be a cheap Casio for all we know.
I don't know about you guys, but my Roll20 just exploded. Do you guys still have access?
Yeah,
No.
same here. My thing stopped working.
Yeah, it stopped working.
Okay, party. Well, that's fine. You all get into your poses. We're about to take a little bit of a break, so it's all good. You get into your poses, and you see Preston gets behind the camera and says, "All right, everybody, say cheese."
Cheese.
Rock and roll.
And we see the flash of a camera, and we did just lose the Roll20, but I believe our lowest sensitivity score is Vinny with a 0. Is that correct?
I have a negative
what?
1 sensitivity.
I have
Your
a
lowest
negative one.
sensitivity?
Sensitivity.
Oh, okay.
I have a negative 1
Oh.
sensitivity.
Yeah,
I
we
have
both.
one.
I'm gonna say that this one's gonna go to Grimm's for your -1 sensitivity. Do you have physical dice near you, or could you do a Google roll 2d6?
Oh, yes, I have dice near me.
Does
I have
Greg have
physical
dice
dice.
near her?
Listen, we must ask.
Listen.
All right, I'm ready.
Could you please roll 2d6 minus 1? And we'll call this a night move. What are you afraid will happen if you fail or lose your nerve?
I think she's afraid that with all the weird stuff that's been going on, that the rumors are true and that she actually, like, people can get lost.
Mm.
Is that punchy enough for you to then again punch it?
Yes. Not only can people get lost, you will see what's taking them.
Ooh. So you said a sensitivity roll, right?
That's correct.
That is a 6 and a 1 for a grand total of 6 total.
That is correct. As you are all there in your various poses, taking the picture that will be your first group photo together, we see the flash of the camera, and Lizzy is the only one who sees it. As for a brief second, when the flash goes off, standing there in silhouette, it would almost be impossible not to recognize him, is Mr. Goopy.
No!
Oof.
And when the flash goes away, you see there are 4 of you standing there. And as far as you're aware, there's only ever been 4 of you.
Wait. What do you mean?
What?
Oh shit.
No, I'm
You
so
don't
glad the
remember
4 of
Lizzy.
us came and decided to get our picture taken.
Yeah.
4.
Which 4?
Lizzy's missing.
Yeah.
We don't remember Lizzy?
Not at all.
Oh.
Grims, would you like to turn a key?
Yes, please.
Jesus Christ. Oh, wow.
And we'll take our 10 minutes here. As we return back to our scene, we see a flash of a camera, and Lizzy makes eye contact with the mysterious Mr. Goopy standing there behind Preston. And we hear that familiar frequency again. This time it's a little bit more clear. Maybe more clear than it has been ever. We hear the words, "Come taste the dream. It's a thick and luscious cream. Just swallow down a mouthful and live the dream." And we flash back a couple of seconds to the camera flashing, the eye contact, as Lizzy, would you like to turn your key?
Yes, I have decided to turn the key where you experience childhood trauma. So, imagining this sort of void, this kind of black emptiness. And then you see a floating figure of a younger Lizzy. And the camera is panned up towards the sky, and with the sun shining through water. And then we kind of see her, there's people running around, but then people kind of start backtracking to where in reverse. And then you kind of see her lift up out of the water. And onto a diving board where she had been at first horizontal, and then you see her lift back up to where you see that she had a foot out on the wet surface and was about to slip, and then rewinds even further back to when she was about to step onto the diving board. And her face, as this happens, went from blank to scared to happy, to where she had put her hands on her hips. It's like, all right, time to try this diving board. And that's where we have rewound to. And then she gets a rewind to where she doesn't disappear from existence.
And we're back in the moment. The camera flash stops, and you were there with an extra clue. Somehow, Mr. Goopy is involved with the disappearances. But I'll throw it back to you guys. You see Preston go, well, don't you guys look great? Well, I have to do a little bit of processing. But then I'll have it ready in maybe like 45 minutes if you guys want to go like get a drink or maybe some fries or something and hang out in the food court. I'll be ready for you soon.
No, that's
Okay,
cool.
thank you.
Thanks. Let's go, everyone. Let's go. Everyone, let's
All
go.
right. Well, before we
Thanks,
leave,
Presley.
Run.
wait. Before we leave, I decided to take this photo out of the frame, the one I was looking at.
Sorry, what was that, Vinny?
Before we leave, I took the photo I was looking at earlier out of the frame and put in my jacket.
Sure, absolutely. You can kind of sneak it out as you are. I'm not going to make you roll for it. Yeah, that's a clue. You're fine. You can take it.
Thanks. Oh, that was fun, guys. Okay, I got men. I have my doubts, but that was pretty fun.
And you make your way to the food court. You see that it is in a similar state to the rest of the mall. Maybe half of the restaurant fronts are shuttered, but of course you have a teriyaki chicken place. There's a Sabaro. There's of course the Orange Julius slash fish alla fresca. There's a couple different just kind of various sundry mall food court places.
Fish juice. I could go for a nice, refreshing fish juice right now. How about you guys?
I don't know.
I don't know about fish juice.
Isn't that what
What's
fish fresca is? Like,
It's like the style of fish, how it's served.
I'm gonna play mine, not knowing that it's off as Artemis being funny.
Totally.
Oh,
Um,
it kind of sounds gross.
it's just like a fish place, but it's like a combination Orange Julius.
It's so weird.
And well, it's like Orange Julius. Sometimes you see them with like a Dairy Queen, or like a KFC, Taco
a
Bell.
Fish store is so
Fish
weird.
and orange juice and ice cream all entering your body at the
No!
same time.
Oh no, it might be tasty. Is it tasty?
I mean, is it tasty?
I'll try it.
No.
I
So
want the fish
as
sundae.
you approach, the menu only has 3 combos on it. A bunch of things have been marked off. You could just get an Orange Julius, but there are a trio, I should say, of combos you can select from the menu. It says refreshing smoothies and deep fried hand battered local fish. Available at the combination Orange Julius and Fish alla Fresca. Anyone who gets a combo can answer one of these nostalgia questions that I'm posting in the chat. And you get to clear a condition if you'd like to. And then together, you guys will also get to come up with a clue for the camera mystery.
Oh my gosh, it is literally in the book, isn't it? It's literally in the Orange Julius.
Yeah, you see there is a 2-piece battered flathead catfish and fries plus 2 medium smoothies, 2-piece extra crunchy bluegill plus fries with 2 medium smoothies, or popcorn white sands pupfish plus fries with 2 medium smoothies. And I'll say everyone, we're hand waving some of this because the rules are a little bit different with nostalgia moves now. Everyone gets to pick one of these 3 nostalgic move prompts, answer the question, and clear a condition if they would like to.
All right. I'll take the popcorn puff fish.
And let's say that you guys are all sort of discussing what just went down, so you can answer these prompts in character.
Okay. So as we're just kind of sitting down, and I'm imagining this is like, I don't even know what this would be. What these sand puff fish? I'm imagining like popcorn shrimp almost.
Essentially, popcorn shrimp, yeah.
Yeah.
Because pupfish are like little guys, so it's kind of like a puppet in sort of moment.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, he's eating he's like, oh my gosh, that place was starting to creep me out. I'm not gonna lie. It's almost as creepy as the retired clown. Like it was like a Build-A-Bear kind of thing, but it was about making clowns, and you made yourself into a clown.
Oh.
Seriously, what's up with you and clowns?
No, it's abandoned and it's terrifying.
That is, what about the small fills you with dread? And you can clear a condition if you'd like to, Dread.
Yeah, I'll clear the first one I had, impatient.
I think you see Artemis digging into some popcorn, White Sands pupfish as well, and he's constructed the straws from the 2 medium smoothies to become just one straw, and he's drinking both drinks at the same time. And he says, "Oh yeah, I noticed that shop, but that place is weird. I don't like it. Have you noticed there's like a hum or like a tone in the air? I didn't hear it at first, but now it's like I can't stop hearing it, but it's only when we're at the mall. It's like, do you hear that?" And he pauses for a minute so that way everybody can get a load of the silence and this ambient hum.
That's you got to hear a little bit, but not too much.
I don't like it. It puts makes my hair go up on end, like on the back of my neck. Ugh.
I wonder, is this a hum? I wonder, it could be like a song, maybe? I have a hard time hearing it.
It's probably just their PA system out of whack. This place is old and busted and defunct.
I think it's at this point where Lizzy, who had been pretty quiet all of a sudden, just kind of is digging into the you know what, we'll go with the extra crunchy bluegill. Why not? We'll build off of that and then we'll answer the nostalgia move prompt. She's like, I hear part of a song. It's really unnerving, and back there, I saw Mr. Goopy. But the nice thing about malls is it reminds me of, you know, when we would be able to, you know, every now and again go out and on a little trip to the mall, pick up stuff, and, you know, have a nice time as family. We got to pick out earrings at one point. That was pretty cool.
Wait, I'm sorry. You saw Mr. Goopy?
Yeah, that was where I was more listening. What do you mean you saw Mr. Goopy?
In the flash of the camera, I saw him.
In the flash?
Well, it's like right at it's almost like he was like, if I hadn't been more composed, like he might have taken me.
Oh. Sorry, Lizzy. Weird things just keep happening to you.
Did something else weird like that happen to you?
Well, are we talking about what I was talking about, the library, or?
Yeah.
What happened at the library? I don't think you told us.
Oh yeah, you didn't tell Dallas. Sorry if I wasn't supposed to say anything. I just kind of, I'm so used to us telling each other everything, you know.
Wait, yeah. What happened at the library?
Oh, so there's this, you know, we were talking, this librarian and I, and she took me to the microfiche room, and that's when I came up with that article. And I guess what I left out was, at one point, she was in the window, because, you know, the microfiche room is kind of closed off. It's like the window that leads out into the rest of the library. She was staring through the window at me, and she had no eyes. And she held a single finger up to her mouth. And over the PA system, I was starting to hear the song. I heard it yesterday, and it was fine up until Mr. Gloopy showed up. And it's coming in clear, and I don't know what's going on. But some pieces are starting to come together. Also, these fries have been sitting out for way too long.
Yeah.
Do we have any more nostalgic prompts people want to do before we move into the
I
next
do.
section? Cool.
I chose a 2-piece extra crunchy bluegill fries with 2 medium smoothies. As I begin to eat the fish, and unlock something in my head as a kid, I remember after the death, I never death of my grandfather. I became everything became like a haze and a fog for me, a dream. I don't know what it feels like anymore. I don't know what's real, what's not. It feels so empty. I would walk around the mall away from parents. I didn't know how far away I was. I didn't really know that I was away from them until after it feels like an hour at best. I remember I was lost, and I should have been scared if I wasn't. I felt like zombie level. And then I remember, like, in front of me, I see a tall, slender man, very pale too, almost like I thought he was like some kind of like creature from outer space. And then he looked down at me and asked if I was okay. I told him I gave an answer. I was didn't know what to say. He looked worried for me and took me back to where he was working at the music record store. He played a song for me that made me uplift myself a little bit. That's the first time I look at anyone. I look in his eyes after a long time. I didn't look at anyone for a long time because I was scared looking into what's behind people's pupils. Never he told me things will be okay. And he sent something like in me that not a lot of people have. He said like just be careful of the world around you. Things are stranger than it seems. Like keep your head up, young man. And also he leaned closely in my ear and watch out for the things in your head, not the monster in your bed or the boogeyman in your closet. The things that lurk in your head. They sit back down the seat and took until he sees my parents and called them for me. I don't understand what he means until now-ish.
And that was just some guy at a record store?
Yeah,
It was Orange Julius.
maybe.
Oh. That's
But I don't see but I don't know I don't see that music store in a long time now. It's been gone since I became like an adult.
By the way, did you notice that there's this redhead in all the photos?
And I look at the photos like,
It kind of gives a description of Orange Julius, sorry,
Wait
just
a minute,
regular Julius.
Yeah, it's just Julius.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that stoner guy?
Oh yeah, you're right. What is he doing in all these pictures?
I look at that transparent image in the back. I wonder. Guys, look at this area right here. This seems off for you in this picture. I pointed at like this possibly transparent person.
Really quick, just to keep track of mechanics, I'm going to say that we're moving into a resolve the mystery step where the Latchkeys have a open, freewheeling discussion about the answer to a question once they've gathered a number of clues equal to at least half the question's complexity and reach a consensus. So you guys have all started talking about clues. You're going to develop a theory. Because you have 5 clues, one of you is going to roll 2d6 and you get to add a +1 to it because you have one more than the complexity of the question. So we're just going to keep that on the table. But you have 5 clues that you're working with to try and spin an answer of. Let me read the exact question again for you. What is causing people to disappear, and how can they be returned? Resolve the mystery by destroying the offending item, stopping the ritual, or ending the process. And if possible, bringing people back.
So it's indeed the camera.
Ought to be.
I mean, the camera might be what's being used as the tool, but it feels like there must be some kind of presence that's causing that to happen, because cameras don't normally snatch people. I think Mr. Gloopy's doing it.
I mean, for sure, but also, our friend has been worried about a camera taking his soul.
I thought that was.
I didn't believe that was true. I was just joking till now.
I thought that was Isaias just being Isaias. Honestly, I honestly didn't put stock into whether or not he thought it was true either.
That was like halfly
Now
joking.
we know that it is.
And now we do.
Not
Now we
so
do.
funny now, is it?
That's true, but money can't fall from the sky. That's some BS.
Just keep saying that, and it might happen. I mean, this happened, so statistically,
This did happen.
it could occur.
What? If everyone here from different times, but who was the person behind the camera though? Besides him, the guy, Mr. Gloopy.
Probably Summer, whoever their manager is.
But also, the place was where they shot the fireside chat. Like, obviously, it's been changed, but
I think it's Mr. Blobby. He's Mr. No. Was it Mr. Bloopy? What are we calling
Mr.
it?
Gloopy.
Mr.
Blobby,
Gloopy.
Gloopy,
Gloopy.
Goopy.
Yeah,
Goopy.
Mr. B,
Gloopy.
Mr. Goopy.
Gloopy, Mr. Gloopy.
Yeah, what would Mr. Blobby be doing here? He's from the United Kingdom, for God's sake. Talking
You
about
know
Mr.
what? You're
Gloopy,
right.
of course.
Which you
Very
can see
different.
the Victorian people who would be from England.
And I was a Victorian person.
You were?
I was, yeah.
I thought it was David Bowie.
Who?
He's, Ziggy Stardust. He,
There's a Starman.
Starman.
comic?
Oh, Lord.
Maybe none of this is real. Maybe I just hit my head at some point.
Do you believe you're dreaming?
She pinches herself. No, out, no, out, no.
I was about to pinch you. I'm
gonna fucking smack your hand.
As I get
Throttle you
closer to
again.
pinching you. Pinch.
So-
What are you stopping my hand for?
That photo
As a
is...
theory,
Oh, yes.
we have something about the camera, the one that was sold in the Arkham Herald, being tied to a ghost or entity that is Mr. Gloopy, who was also tied into the fireside chat. And how do we feel about Orange Julius? How does he fit into this whole thing?
He seems like, what does he look in the camera? Does he look chill or smiling or?
He looks so high.
I think he's just getting high AF and like photo bombing these people.
I think he's just having a fun time. I think he's literally just
Well-
killing time. He did tell... Oh, well, I wasn't there for that. Sorry.
Wait, how old? How old was he? Like, how old? Like, hey, what do you guys think? How old do you think he was?
Oh, is
How
he the
does it look?
same age in all the photos? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I mean-
100%.
Wait,
That
does he
seems
look-
fine because it's
Yeah.
a novelty brain shop where people are dressing up like they're an old. It'd be. I mean, honestly, I could believe that he just stood there. Wait, you know what? I have no reason. He is an alien.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But
We're
is the camera source? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
we'll roll our first answer the question. Who wants to be brave?
I'll roll.
And you have
We
a
on a
plus
roll?
one. Roll
Okay.
2d6 and add 1.
6, 7. I have
Okay.
7.
Let me pull up the. On a 7 to 9, the answer is correct and an opportunity can be pursued, but the keeper will add an unwelcome complication to the answer, or pursuing the opportunity will be more dangerous. I'm gonna stick that in my pocket for now. But you guys have unlocked the opportunity to resolve this mystery. So you can decide, tell me how you want to try and go about destroying the offending item, stopping the ritual, or ending the process.
Maybe we should stop the ritual.
I mean, if we
Not
destroy
ritual,
the
maybe.
destroy the camera, that would be a pretty succinct way
Yeah.
to stop it from happening. We could also maybe burning the pictures.
Well, is this the
I
only
think
camera
that's
that does
gonna
that
kill the
though?
people, though.
Yeah. I wonder, is it the only camera? We'll get something more. More camera that does that.
No, I think there's just the one.
Yeah, I think it's just I think it's the camera, but I also think that burning the pictures may kill the people.
Hmm.
I don't know.
What makes
What
you
if
think that?
we?
A goosebump scenario.
Yeah,
Grace, I'm sorry.
maybe we have to take a picture of the people with the camera. What does that do? A photo of a photo, right? That cancels out.
Wait, why do you think they're the people?
Oh, those
in
people
here-
are trapped in the photos for sure.
But what about Julius? He's around. We saw
I
him
haven't
yesterday.
seen this person, so I don't know.
I knew
He
it,
could have
like,
taken
he's
all
not-
those pictures yesterday.
I don't
guess
think
so.
Hey,
so.
right.
These pictures seems like they've been around for a while now, like a real while, and he looked the
Yeah.
same in every one of them.
Yeah,
Right. Do you know what your sensitivity is?
it's 1, I believe.
Could you roll 2d6 plus 1? This is going to be a day move. What do you think what could go wrong if you fail or lose your nerve while you are talking about Mr. Julius?
Nobody will believe me, and they won't talk to me ever again.
Okay, maybe not.
Okay, that's pretty intense, but you know what? I love the commitment. Let's go.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right,
That's
if you fuck this up, you're out the game.
Get ready to roll a new
Well-
character.
I got a 6.
Plus
Right.
one? Plus one? Or
No.
oh no.
Do you want to burn your good feeling good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
That'd be
god.
silly.
So roll one more dice and you'll
Okay.
drop the lowest of the 3.
How is this like one of the most high stakes rolls in the game so far?
I
Okay.
know, like right.
So it drops to 2 and replace it with a 5. So that
Oh,
makes
nice.
it what I say 6 minus 2, 4 plus 5, 9.
On a mixed success, you definitely start getting some odd looks from people around the food court as you are kind of going on about whoever this guy is. And you just see out of the corner of your eye, but when you turn to get a sort of confirmation, you miss it. There is a shock of bright red hair just in the corner of your vision.
And when I check, it's gone.
And when you look, it's gone.
Oh. Grace? I'm sorry for what I'm about to do. Grace is going to think for a second while the others are talking, and then she's just going to start. She cups her hands around her mouth and she goes, Julius! Julius!
Artemis visibly leans backwards from the loud outburst.
She's like calling for him. Very
Whoa!
very
what's
much like-
up?
Hey, man. How's it hanging?
Hey, how's it going, you guys? I see there's more guys now. What's up?
You know, nothing much. Chilling, taking photos, seeing some crazy things happening, like supernatural stuff. You know, the usual.
You look
Well,
incredibly
hey
baked.
everyone. My name is Julius. I hang out here in the mall.
Like, I gotta ask you about the. Sorry, you guys want to say anything?
I'd say you also take a lot of pictures at the mall, don't you?
Oh yeah, man. I love that place. It's crazy. People get dressed up in like all kinds of outfits and then I just kind of sneak in. And then I leave.
Oh.
See, that's what I kind of thought you would do.
Then what about this photo? This looks like it's been around for a while. I show him the photo.
Oh yeah, no. That one I actually stole for a little bit and I just kind of kept it. I thought it was nice, but then I felt bad 'cause I didn't pay for it, you know. So, you know.
Okay. Do you know anything about the simmer right here? I show him just like the transparent area.
Oh yeah, there wasn't a dude there, but I guess they're like if you look at it, I mean, I don't know. Weird, right?
It is. Feels like someone might been there. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe I just forgot. I don't know if you guys can tell, but
No, you seem
I'm
okay, actually,
riding
buddy.
high most days, so like.
Oh, you're
sometimes I
definitely
just
high,
forget
alright.
shit.
Must be flying kite by now.
Game respects game.
Yeah, I mean, what's up, man? I saw your sick van outside. That's rad.
It is pretty rad.
It is very rad.
But, yeah, I'm just, I hang out here at the mall.
How long you been in this mall for?
I don't know, man. How long have you been in the mall for? I got
About-
here at like 9 this morning.
We've been here
So
for
maybe like
the length of
3 hours?
a photo op. How long was that? Like an hour?
Probably.
About an hour. This is
Dude, you guys have fun with Preston? Dude's a trip.
He was
Yeah,
really.
you know him?
He was really
You know
into
him?
Yeah. Well,
Wait, do you know? I just see him like kind of spacing out a little bit. Ground control and Major Tom, come back.
sorry, dude. I was about to go get a smoothie. I saw you guys all had them, and I was like, damn, the smoothie would hit.
It does.
So, do you know anything about the owner of the photo store?
Mr. Watley, man.
Yeah. Or Summer.
Oh, Summer, dude. She fucking rocks. She doesn't give a shit that I get in all the pictures, but no, Mr. Watley, man, is he's a total buzzkill. He's so old. You like hear that he's Summer's dad, and you're like, dude, you are so old.
He's Summer's dad?
Yeah.
I said it was a family thing. Kind of looks over at the photo with the Victorian people and the ghosts. Is Julius in this one? Because I'm
Not in that one particularly.
okay.
So, like,
But yeah, whatever. Alright, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Gonna go get a orange Julius.
Like the
Nice.
If he had a skateboard, he would kickflip it, but he doesn't, so he just kind of taps his heels together.
wait, does it say gnarly?
No, he just goes, Julius!
Okay, that's good too.
I get it. It's like the name of the drink. Good. That's good. I like it.
I need to get his number one day.
I mean, he's right there. You could go ask him. He's
He's
within
like
eyesight.
2 feet away.
Really quick,
You really-
we'll come back to you guys.
Wait, I want to say
We're
this.
gonna
Do you
resolve
really,
this
wait, I want to say this. I
mystery.
want to say this. Do you really
Let's
think we're
no, wait, we do have to resolve the mystery.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
We're
have
so
an idea.
close.
I have an idea. What if we took, since this is the only, what if this ghost thing cursed the shit out of this camera? If we take a photo of the ghost, specifically that picture, maybe that'll break it. Does Lizzy know that she is about to be erased from existence and the photo entirely, or does she not know that part? Is that just something we kind
I
of
think
saw?
for a moment she was probably filled with a deep existential dread as she saw Mr. Gloopy, but I don't think you have knowledge that actually happened
That's fair.
in fiction.
Gotcha. That's just like, well, maybe the ghost.
I look at the photo closely. It's like, what is it though? What kind? How does it make a person disappear? I feel like missing one thing.
I'm down with Dallas's idea. I think specifically that photo of the ghost is that's one.
Also, I mean, we just need to be in there and get that camera. That's my whole. That's what I think we should just do. If we get that camera, I think we've cleared it. Whether it's destroy, we can take pictures and then destroy it.
Let's do it. You're here. I take a sip of the smoothie. Like, oh, not bad.
I really just want to strangle you right now.
As you all prepare to leave, a small baby, just under a year old, begins to cry there in the food court. I don't think any of you see it as you are getting ready to go resolve your very first mystery as a team, but you see that every time its mother tries to offer it its bottle, it swats it away, crying louder, more frantically. And she pulls out of her purse a small pint of the dream and scoops a little bit of it off her finger and just kind of sticks it in the baby's mouth, and it stops crying immediately.
We see it, or
you do not see this scene happening as you are walking away from the food court as you head to solve your first mystery.
Oh my god.
But you are approaching the store once again, the antique parlor, the Mirage Antique Portrait Parlor, and see Preston is actually standing just outside the store waving, and he says, "Hey gang, good to see you again. I have your photos all ready for you."
Oh, good.
You have the wallet-sized ones that that I requested.
Oh yeah, I didn't cut them already, but if you want, we can step inside and I can use the paper slicer. There's like in a sheet right now.
Sure. The paper slicer in the back. Sure, let's go there.
Yeah. He will head into the store and kind of off to like a room behind the counter. And he's like, if you want, you can come on back with me. It's just going to take a second. I want to make sure I don't cut these wrong. And he'll get started cutting apart your wallet size ones.
I think Artemis is going to attempt to distract Preston. In this moment, he's just going to throw a lot of photography jargon at him to make sure that he cuts it the right way, and just to take up as much time as possible, so that way other people can act and steal the camera.
Timbo, I will call this a day move. What are you afraid will go wrong if you fail or lose your nerve?
That it will turn out that the individual that operates the camera is under control of it as well, and the camera will sense our ill motives towards it.
Okay. Do you know what your presence roll is? I'm so sorry about roll 20, you guys.
I believe all of my stats are 0 except for reason and sensitivity.
Party, give me a 2d6 roll. This will be.
It also may be back up.
Yeah, I'm trying to load it again to see.
I've been refreshing the whole time. I have a flat 7, so let's go. Mild success.
On a flat 7. Yeah, you're able to distract him. Unfortunately, he does mess up a couple of the photos. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I can totally run another print of these if you want before you guys leave. And we can run them again.
You know, it's all right. It's just my face that got cut off. Like, it's okay. Like,
and he's like, oh no, let's do this again. I'm so sorry. And he goes over to the printer and starts writing off a new copy. So you have successfully distracted him. And we throw it back to the rest of you. You are alone in the Mirage Antique Portrait Parlor. What do you do?
I go get that camera.
You're just gonna sneak away with it?
Yeah, I think we. Well, no, I want to take. We want to try taking photos of the other photos, just to
Okay,
see what happens.
cool.
At least want to secure the camera.
Totally. Let's go. Let's call this. You're about to take a bunch of pictures with this photo. Could you please roll the night move plus sensitivity?
Okay, I could do that. Okay. I got a 9.
Wonderful. You all start moving around. I think you guys are probably grabbing photos for Dallas to just like kind of take pictures quickly. And you don't see them here in the room specifically, but all around the mall, people start to begin appearing. You, a couple of you, while you're running around, Lizzy, Grace, and Isaias, as you're all running around grabbing photos, you don't see the people returning necessarily, but you hear outside, the mall feels a lot livelier than it did a couple moments ago, as if you are returning people to the La Fresca Mall. And
Oof.
I will say that this mystery has been resolved. It's up to you what you want to do with the camera. I will say before I show you guys rewards and things you can take as prizes for solving a mystery.
You guys want breaking? Or keep a souvenir?
Actually, I don't want to be shitty. One of the rewards you can take is the camera if you do not choose to break it. I don't want to be shitty
Oh, yeah,
and be
let's
like,
keep it.
aha, you chose.
Yeah.
I was thinking about keeping it anyway.
Cool. So I'll say that one will count as your reward, Dallas. But everyone else, you can pick a reward from what I'm about to post for you. Each one is going to be, you can only pick once, except for the last one. So you can get a mall clue that helps you solve the mall's mystery of why it's so fucked up. There is the antique mirror that was originally part of the Fireside Chat set. You add it to your corner of the house. Once per mystery, you can gaze into your reflection. Roll with sensitivity. On a 10+, the mirror reveals a new clue related to the mystery at hand. Say what it is. On a 7 to 9, you see a clue, but your reflection does something horrifying. Take the condition, wrong side of the mirror. And on a miss, the mirror shatters. Take the condition, 7 years bad luck. Dallas is taking the vintage camera, add it to your corner of the house. This camera has been retrofitted to be digital. Once per mystery, you can take a photo of a side character. Roll with sensitivity. On a 10+, the photo reveals a secret about the side character. This secret can be used as a clue for any mystery the character has been involved in. On a 7 to 9, the photo reveals a secret, but I'm reading this fast, but our Latchkey's out the text as well. On a 7 to 9, the photo reveals a secret, but the side character will no longer trust or engage with the Latchkeys in good faith. Take the condition marked by side character. On a miss, the side character reacts negatively to having their photo taken and will take opportunities to put the Latchkeys in danger. As a reward, you can also take Preston as a recurring side character. He probably won't be working at the photo parlor anymore, but you will roll with advantage when asking him about clothing, costumes, style, or sexy gossip. And the last thing you can do is take a memento. It would probably be something from the parlor. A fellow player, one of the other Latchkeys, will describe it, and you get to add it to your corner of the house. As many Latchkeys can take that last memento as you want, because there's tons of stuff in the store. So that's all your options. We have Dallas with the camera. Of the ones still remaining, do people know what rewards they would like to take?
I'll take Preston as a side character.
Hell yeah!
Bring back.
Awesome. I'm gonna go with a memento.
Preston, a memento.
And is it just one of us describes what it is?
Yeah, Timbo, you get to pick someone.
I picked Druid.
Cool.
You get it's like a cheesy mustache that radiates authority.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
I love it.
I couldn't have asked for anything better.
So that's Druid, Vinny, Timbo, Reich, and Grim. So what would you like to take as a reward?
Grubs, do you want the mirror?
I think great or not great. I think Lizzie has enough. I don't know about the bad luck part. I think she's
Okay.
enough bad luck by herself. If you want the mirror, go for it.
I'll take the mirror.
Cool. So, Lizzie, would you like a mall clue or a memento?
I have checked off a couple of mementos already from my quarter of the house, and having advantage on a thing would be nice. And I think it's a fun prompt, so yeah, I'll go with a memento.
All right. Who would you like to give you a memento?
I'll go with Rach.
I want you to have a piece of how am I going to say this? When you bumped into that guy, I think you got a piece of his shirt. Is that? Is that
Oh,
Which guy?
Are we talking about Stuart?
yeah.
Oh, so like,
Sure, that could be a memento from this mystery. I think that's acceptable. If you want a piece of Stuart's shirt.
Nice.
I'm a taken woman. Thank you very much.
You are, but you still got a piece of his shirt. You got to return it to him? Question mark.
I was considering that buying coffee and donuts to make it up to him, but everybody was like group photo. So it's like, yeah. I'll take
What
the
about
moment.
like you could get like a pager that fell off him or something?
Ooh, yeah, that's better.
Being like, I'd like to return part of your shirt that I accidentally ripped off is kind of
Weird.
crazy.
That's pretty wild. I'd run away from that person.
You left this behind.
All right. Well, we are going to move into our dusk phase. However, before we do, I am going to introduce a little complication at the mall because I think it's going to be fun. Let's see. You all return back to Deep Lake for the evening. You might have plans to go elsewhere during the night phase, but you had to have dinner, so you might as well go back home, make something, maybe have a pizza, who knows. And what we don't see is in the large department store, Reed's, there is an abandoned shopping bag emblazoned with the Reed's logo. You see that it has been hidden inside of a nest of shirts, dresses, towels, all sort of helping to keep it warm. There is a large egg that has already hatched. And who knows where the creature inside might be. But there is a new threat that has entered the mall because you did not pick a mall clue. Um,
That's neat. I mean,
Cool.
scary.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
So we head back to 18 Rodenbecker Street. We have the dusk phase, of course. Let's go to our public access reference. During the dusk phase, we do not have any moves that are going to resolve during the dusk phase. But, you know, you didn't get to do a whole lot of investigating of the main mystery. Although you have an Odyssey tape, some of you might choose to go maybe do some investigation during the night. What are people up to?
Let's see.
I mean, we could split up, right? Isn't that an option with the?
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
I do want to watch the tape though, as well.
I also want to watch the tape.
I do want to see the tape too.
That's fine.
Because it definitely feels like it's
because you do have the opportunity to do other things, but I absolutely understand. The tapes are the really cool thing, so like it's all vibes.
It does
And
feel
this
like
is like a real Odyssey tape too, right?
right.
This is a real Odyssey tape after you guys did get kind of punked with an odd and C tape.
And it feels like
So-
when you do the tape, it's making a choice of what you're doing with your night, basically, right?
Yeah, you can either do the tape or you can go do investigations.
I gotcha.
And like you can split the group, so some people could be watching the tape and other people could be investigating. It's just that like as an individual you have to do one or the other. So we have would people like to try and answer one of the dream questions? That is of course an option. I do believe you would still be at disadvantage, or not disadvantage. You would be taking a -1 or 2 on your roll.
What do you add to the solving the question roll?
So
Or
you
is-
don't add any stat. It's just
Okay.
based off of the number of clues that you have.
Gotcha. Okay, makes sense.
And I believe you're currently at 4 clues for the main mystery. So you would still be at a -2 on your solve a mystery roll.
I believe we have 5 because we got one from the nostalgia move today.
Oh, you're right. We are at 5. So you would be at a -1 on your solve a mystery roll.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough information.
That's okay.
But I'd the idea of splitting off from the group at this point during a night phase seems extremely dangerous. So if
I
nobody
mean-
Sure, isn't that the fun part?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
really is. I feel like this is probably the best time to get because if we all watch the videos each night, then we're not using the night. Like, I mean, I don't mind.
Right.
I don't
Well-
mind going out to investigate if other people want to watch the tape.
I was about to say I would go out too, and
I
All right,
think-
you can go out then.
Yeah, I feel like
But-
maybe going out and maybe checking out places that maybe wouldn't be accessible during the day. Maybe
Oh, they
the
want-
old La Fresca
Alright.
office.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, I'm down to go there.
yeah. Anyone else want to volunteer to come?
So it sounds like Grimm's, Vinny, and Druid are going to the old La Fresca Foods office.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
I know. I'm open to ideas, but I think that's the best. If we're going at night, that would probably be the.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, so me and Grace will stay behind and watch the tape.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Come
I'm
on.
going to post the questions for you guys. So the last part of the dusk phase, the keeper introduces the Odyssey tape and reads its opening text, assigning the prompts. So I need to go to my list of Odyssey tapes. I'll zoom in a little bit so this is a little bit higher quality for you guys. Visit Starlight Kingdom. An extended commercial featuring behind the scene previews of Starlight Kingdom, a local theme park that never opened. Transitions between each segment feature a disorienting fractal animation of vivid, sparkling colors. And we're gonna start with the La Fresca group, so that people have time to kind of ruminate on these questions. Paint the scene. Everyone is going to be doing. Let me double check who got questions last time for our first tape. So for the first tape, we had Druid into Reich into Rams. So this time we will do prompt 1 or prompt 2 for the questions. Will be Timbo. I'm actually going to have Reich go again because she is one of the ones watching, and then Vinny will close us out with prompt 4. So we will reintroduce that commercial once the La Fresca crew gets set up. But you guys have a little bit of time to look over your question and think about how you want to answer. So we watch as 3 of our latchkeys, Isaias, Dallas, and Lizzy, all get into the chariot of air sprayed fire and begin to make their way into La Fresca, heading just outside of kind of the downtown area to the old abandoned La Fresca Foods office. You see that although you pull up, it is totally empty. The parking lot has been abandoned. There are weeds growing up through the cracks in the pavement. And there is a chain with a lock on the door, but you see that this seems to be a popular place for people to sneak into. The lock has already been sort of jimmied open and is just there as a show to anyone who might investigate. They would probably just look at it and forget it. Once inside, we see moldering shag carpet, peeling walls reveal the pink insulation behind them. Marketing posters, much like the one that Lizzy has, for long-forgotten La Fresca food products such as Sugar Pigs, Tummy Tumps, Abuelas, Pan Dulces, Twinks, and more decorate the walls. A paint the scene question to everyone, even those who are not here. Something about this place reminds you of a horrible office job you once had. What is it? Like, what reminds you? So we'll throw that over to you guys.
I think the layout of the offices, they're like a maze of tiny cubicles, and that reminds him of like having to work in like a very small room, all kind of pushed up against each other with just tiny cubicles, barely enough for like anything.
I think all the phones are ringing constantly, even if nobody's there.
That is terrifying. That is
Yeah, that's awful.
That is absolutely
Very
horrifying. I
spooky.
love it, Rach. That is so
oh,
good.
fuck.
Yes.
There are clocks on the walls, like how you have in situation rooms. So it's like a clock with every time zone on it. And then there's one clock that doesn't match any time zone.
There are. Let's see. Oh, how old is the office? Like 80s, 90s?
So the majority of operation for Lafresco Foods would have been the 70s and 80s.
There are some marks around the wall. Some old numbers, old words. Oh, there's even some weird design someone drew on it on different parts of the wall. Almost like cult-like shapes.
Engrams.
I think reminding me of a horrible office job. Well, full percussion I'm getting. I think that there's photos on the wall of like various staff from back in the day, and like some saccharine posters and stuff like that, like kind of empty kind of platitudes. Keep chin up, determination, etc., etc. But also, it seems like the eyes of you kind of see the founder going through like different stages, and it's just the photos are just a little creepy, coming from a kind of exudes authority. But
As
also,
you're looking at these pictures, we're beginning to transition into the scene. Lizzy, what are you afraid you might see in the pictures as you roll the night move for me?
oh sugar, something to be afraid of.
Also, speaking of Dallas, could you please add marked by Mr. Gloopy to your conditions? That's your mixed success prize.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's got the mark of gloop on him.
The mark of gloop.
I think she would be afraid of seeing the librarian again.
Totally. It's actually worse than that. You're gonna see Julius in one of the pictures, but he's gonna be missing his face, just like the librarian.
Oh no. All right. I'm guessing I'm rolling the night move with composure.
Yeah, let's go composure.
Yippee! Mild success.
A mixed success. You do see a young Miss Marvell Merriweather, but nothing about her is necessarily menacing. She looks like she's maybe 30 years younger or so. She is part of a bank of secretaries who are all sitting there with their typewriters, smiling at the camera. It's certainly off-putting to see her, sort of stirs up some bad feelings, but it isn't sinister. And could you change marked by Miss Marvell Merriweather to watched by Miss Marvell Merriweather?
I would love to.
Hell yeah. But you are here in the office. You have free reign. There are, of course, like I said, the secretary desks. There are cubicles. There is a meeting room, a break room, offices. You have absolutely free reign to begin to look around. What would you all like to do?
I begin with the file cabinets.
Sure. Timbo?
Oh, I'm not there. I'm watching the tape.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Dallas. I
Me.
apologize.
I'm just kind of looking for any type of files or any paperwork anywhere.
Cool. Could both of you please roll the meddling move? And I'll say this is going to be reason. You're just kind of looking around, digging through stuff.
I miss. I have no reason.
What dice I roll?
So, Vinny, the roll 20 is back up. You can do the meddling move in there.
All right, give me a moment.
Yeah, no worries.
All right. The meddling move. And reason you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How'd
An
that go
8.
for you? An 8. Dallas, unfortunately, you're kind of digging through stuff half-heartedly, and nothing's necessarily procking for you. But Isaias, you begin to dig through these filing cabinets, and you find a clue. Let me go to my clue list.
Whoa.
Let's go with what's fun? Here's one. You find some old business records from when La Fresca Foods first opened as a business. And you notice that originally the business, I'm going to get rid of these old clues. We don't need them anymore. You see there is some old business paperwork, like contracts, that kind of thing. And there is evidence that Mr. Morgenstern had a business partner when La Fresca Foods first opened, a woman known as Gabby Ravel, and she went missing.
Gabby. Okay.
And I'm adding that to our clue list.
Would I also perhaps do a meddling move?
I think you got wrapped up in a ookie spooky moment with the photo. You guys are gonna get some more time here, but we're gonna flip back over to the Odyssey tape for now.
Gotcha.
But you will absolutely, because there's 3 prompts for the Odyssey moves, so we're gonna kind of go through some quick moves for you guys in between each of the prompts. So we're gonna do a paint the scene once again. The tape is Visit Starlight Kingdom, an extended commercial featuring behind-the-scenes previews of Starlight Kingdom, a local theme park that never opened. Transitions between each segment feature a disorienting fractal animation of vivid, sparkling colors. How do you guys get set up to watch this movie before we begin to paint the scene? It is Artemis and
Waste.
Grace.
In Grace.
Waste.
I think Artemis is like, while he was initially taking a pretty casual position the first time he watched it, I think he's like, and with the odd NC video, I think this one he's much more analytical about. He's like leaned more forward in his chair. He's got like a notepad and a pen like on hand, ready to take notes and analyze it as they're watching it.
I think Grace also has a notebook with her. She is sitting very close to Peaches with who has a chew in her mouth and is just chewing away, oblivious, and she's a little bit nervous. Her leg is shaking a little bit, but she's ready to watch this.
Can we say that Peaches is sitting between us on the couch?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Cute. The opening shots feature park visitors laughing together and gazing upward over the camera with joyful expressions. The twinkling lights of an amusement park stretch behind them in soft focus. What impossible or highly unlikely features of the park are advertised in the animated captions? And this will be a paint the scene to everyone.
I think that there is a roller coaster that literally flies off the track and then is caught by another track, and it continues onward. Like it literally, like they're being flung through the air, and it's just being caught.
Let's see. There's a man. There's like a mascot walking around, saying to kids like, "Who's a happy boy? Who's a happy boy? Who's a happy boy?"
So is it highly improbable in that he's treating them like dogs?
Or it's coming up randomly and creepily to be like, "Who's a happy boy?" Keep poking them.
Okay.
Like, poke, 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 but probably too hard. Poke, poke.
Guests are free falling with joy.
Literally?
Yeah.
I love that. It's like it's being like advertised as a positive. You will free fall with joy.
Yeah.
That's great.
I think it's
Also,
showing like a 5-star like snack booth option where like it's like people are being fed like like Michelin star meals at a food shack.
Nice. I love that. That's so funny.
It's pretty great. I think something that would be unlikely for an amusement park is, for a place that has like roller coasters that have something like a petting zoo, and it's just like some, including like owls and like other animals that you should probably not pet, like bears or something.
So animals like dangerous animals.
Hit the Bigfoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bigfoot. For the last time, not Bigfoot, just a man in costume.
I think also in one shot of the commercial, like it cuts away very rapidly, but I think the sun just explodes and
Nice. That's our fractal image in between the bits is the sun exploding into all these cool grid lines. All right. Let me do a quick look-see-loo. Okay, so we're gonna go flip back to the La Fresca office. We'll go one at a time in between prompts. So this one prompt, we will just cover one person. So Vinny, you get to do one more action here in the La Fresca Foods office. What do you want to do while you're here at night?
Look around, see. I'm trying to think. Give me a second. I check the files. I. But in the office area, there's a kitchen area, and there's. Is there a lounge in the office?
Sure. There's a little like it would be the reception area. Like there was a desk here where someone would sit and welcome people into the office, and there's some chairs here, a little coffee table, a super molded water cooler.
I'll go to the reception area see if she left any like journals or entries or whatnot. Anything
Sure.
she might have written down, like give me clues.
Yeah, please roll the meddling move for me again. And this will be. We'll go reason. Mild success. Isaias coming here in with the clues, my dude. Um,
A real Sherlock Holmes.
so this new one, you're looking behind the desk and you see a memo on top, like a sticky note that has been affixed to a poster. On the sticky note, it just has a stamp that says canceled. And there is a poster that says, it shows, see. You see an illustration of last time I described a ziggurat of the dreams stacked on top of each other. You see an illustration of that and an abandoned slogan that says, "You'll fall to your knees before the dream." So you have a canceled slogan.
Fall to your knees before you dream. That's a failed dream before rebranded. Canceled. Anything else I see?
That's gonna be the clue that you get. It's just this abandoned slogan.
Okay.
Um, are you looking for danger?
I'm looking for danger.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do it.
wonderful. You are here. We see Isaias is kind of milling about, digging through things, finds this odd poster. And Isaias, you the poster. Sorry. Um, you begin to you read that slogan and kind of repeat it out loud a few times as you're trying to catch the feel of it. And a cloying, sweet vanilla smell begins to just linger in your nose.
Hmm.
What are you afraid might go wrong if you lose your nerve or fail to resist the tempting smell of the dream as you roll the night move with sensitivity for me?
Right, okay. I was trying to think. If I failed this, then I like lose myself and go to like my darkest thoughts or my darkest memory. And I just fall to the ground trying to heave.
I'm afraid it's worse than that, Isaias. If you fail this move, you will remember
Yes.
something differently about your
Probably saying
flashback
more
to
my
the childhood trauma.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But something like it's your fault that this happened. Like the grandfather stand up, his eyes empty, but widening at the same time with its teeth turned sharp.
Vinny, I need you to roll.
Wait, what ability though?
It'll be with sensitivity.
Okay.
We
Damn it.
watch as Isaias, your eyes go pure white as you flash back to this memory of your grandfather passing right in front of you. And you remember something that you've blocked out, that trauma too difficult to wrestle at times. Sitting there on the table next to your grandfather is an open pint of the dream. And as you're standing there in the office, we begin to hear the sound of feet dragging through the molded shag carpet in the office. And you hear a familiar voice go, Isaiah.
I look at the shadow or the mold.
You see, it's been so long. Your grandfather standing there. And from his eyes and mouth is pouring out a flood of the dream.
Oh.
I guess they're silently, not moving, like trapped.
And he says, It's been so long. And he's going to move towards you, lurching, getting faster, until he tackles you and pins you against the wall. And you feel the dream, the sickly, sweet vanilla substance start to seep into your skin. It's an impossible assault. What would you like to do?
Try to push him out. Try not to have panic attack, but try to push him off me at the same time.
So, you have two options here. You can try to push him off, but it'll get much worse, or you could turn a key and we can rewind the clock a little bit.
Turn the key.
Cool.
Wait. Actually, hold on. Let me think. Do I want to see where this goes, or do I want to help myself?
You want
And now I'll help myself.
You want to see where being choked out by your dead grandfather goes?
It'd be a good like traumatic moment. Can't really be a saving moment.
It might be their final
Vinny,
moment.
Yeah, it might
Most
be.
times when I offer you a key, it's because you're about to die.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, I'll say to get the key.
Okay, would you like to do a key of the child or your first key of desolation?
Key of a child.
Okay. We'll come back to that in a moment, but we see Isaiah standing there, having just found this poster. You mutter under your breath you'll fall on your knees before the dream. And you're going to take the condition enraptured. But there is no alteration to your memory. There is no sudden apparition of your grandfather. But a chill settles in your bones, even though it's a rather warm summer night. It seems that you're still cold, even against the heat. And we will move back to the town of Deep Lake. We see Grace and Artemis sitting in front of the television. Grace, could you please... Or no. Artemis, could you please read the next prompt and give your answer?
Absolutely. Footage of the amusement park in early stages of construction. A cheerful narrator mentions that this former mining site boasts the highest number of meteorite discoveries in the region. The footage disintegrates into static as the camera zooms in on a large foundation pit, but there's a brief glimpse of activity. The workers appear to be doing something very different than construction. What is it? So as the camera zooms in tight on the bottom of that pit, the blackness fading in into the static, you can make out it does look almost like construction at first. There are people in what appear to be mining gear, suits, outfits, and the like. moving to and fro. But as you're watching, you realize that they're both digging, but it's more than that. It's almost like they're like performing worship while they do so. They're almost like almost as if the act of them digging is like a religious communion, and they're going through a religious ceremony of mining. And as like that final shot, we see that they are actually like mining in like a kind of pattern, the hexacrystal shape.
Mhm.
The hexacrystal
The unicursal hexagram.
Unicrystal hexagram. That's it.
Absolutely. As you lean forward, Artemis, you see this familiar symbol, the symbol that you just saw, not the other day, or yesterday. You're looking at it and feel a sense of dread settle into your stomach. We see just beyond you in profile, there's a window behind you, and we see a storm of meteors begin to plummet out of the sky and land out in the desert. And we will move back out to La Fresca. Grims, we see
Yes.
you standing there in the office. What is it that we see Lizzy doing?
I think that the other two have exhausted the filing cabinets, so we need to go deeper. I do believe that there may have been an old supercomputer maybe left around, and that she can try and if you allow try and access it.
Sure.
And that
Yes, I will say we have already established there is still some electricity happening here in this building. Um, could you please roll the meddling move as you begin to access the computer?
awesome. Could, because we're going through like old computer, like even though it's like computer records, would it still count as like going through old records for the never know
Yeah,
what you're?
totally.
Okay, cool.
It's still like archival kind of stuff.
Awesome. We're gonna do it with the meddling move. Oh, but I don't want to. I'm tempted to burn an advantage, but I don't think I have anything that would apply here. So, reason.
Yeah, you're digging through archive stuff. Reason totally makes sense.
Okay. All right, and then for the never know what you're going to get, we do find an additional clue even on
Yeah.
it. But
Just
we have a
gonna do
mob
quick
success.
copy of these things. Okay, a mild success. So, you will encounter 2 clues. We're really ripping through clues this night phase. You guys are gonna absolutely destroy this mystery. Skinny James. Um, I'm going to give you your unalloyed clue first because I think this will be a fun complication, or at least thematic for you. Um, mm, there is some information regarding the first. This is actually connected slightly to the network that is being hosted over at the actual current LaFresco factory. Um, and you find um, land surveys of all kinds of areas around White Spray where they did some digging, kind of determined if it was a good fit or not. And among one of them, you see there's actually an area that was surveyed that they found something of interest that has been redacted from the file, what was dug up. But the next day, that site was terminated as a possible location for the factory. So there's a record about a hastily abandoned archaeological dig near White Spray. And that's going to be your one that you get for free without any issues. As you are here at the computer, your foot moves over just under the computer. You feel your foot dip into a hole in the ground, something that probably was solid wood at one point, but no longer. And you hear a squish as your foot hits the bottom of the hole. You pull your foot back out and see that it's covered in the dream. And it's so tempting. It's actually almost impossible to ignore. You reach down, and before you can even think about it, you scoop a bit off your foot and stick it in your mouth. And it tastes delicious. Could you please take the condition, live the dream?
You got it.
What ice cream?
And here is the special rule about eating the dream at this point. Hereafter, any latchkey with the condition live the dream must make the day or night move in order to resist offers to eat more. If a latchkey eats more of the dream while they have this condition, they must turn a key. So now that one of you has had the dream, aside from that first original pint, anytime someone offers to you, it will become tempting. And if you eat it again, you will have to turn a key as punishment, essentially. Let me go copy that clue for you. You tasted some tasty, tasty dream that was in a hole in the floor.
Neat.
That's
Awesome.
a new sentence.
It is. It's a good one. I like it.
And we move back to Deep Lake. We see the two of you there, enraptured in this this tape, this advertisement for this unopened park. Grace, could you please read the next prompt and answer it?
Yes. An appearance by Paul Greco, the would-be founder of Starlight Kingdom. With a plaster smile and a manic unblinking stare, he explains that all reports of alien encounters are actually angelic visitations. What about his body language shows that he is listening to or trying to ignore an invisible presence in the studio? I think that the big hints implying this are he's pausing at odd parts of sentences, like he might be saying like the and then waiting, and then alien visitations are actually angelic visitation. So he's pausing at odd parts of sentences, talking slowly. There's several quick glances to the side that are kind of unnerving, and I think Grace kind of feels sick due to the conflict of what she believes now, and what this man is asserting.
And I think we see that reflected in Grace's body language. Her eyes are flickering back and forth as she's thinking about what the man is saying, and we see they're almost mirroring the way that his eyes keep flickering off to the side, looking at something we can't see off camera. And we head back once more to the abandoned La Fresca offices. Dallas, what is your action happening here in the office?
I gotta go to that kitchen.
Perfect. What do you want to do in there?
I want to see if there's any like either recipe or samples of the old or new drink.
Sure. Could you do a meddling move for me? This will be with sensitivity.
Okay. Another 9.
You are searching around. This is more of like a break sort of kitchen, not necessarily like a processing plant or anything. But inside the trash can, you see it was never actually taken out. You find a container, an old, actually the flavor is Taco-tastic blast. This brown container. It is still branded like the dream, but you know, the current issue or the current version of the dream is this pure white version. So you're seeing this artifact of this old, no longer extant version of the dream. And inside you find a bit of paper that has been hidden inside of the pint. A clue, you might even say.
Jinky's a clue. All right. I will take the paper and read it. While trying to head out and head back out to everyone else, who I'm sure are having amazing times and are ready to leave.
You see that this piece of paper isn't just some little scrap or even just a piece of printer paper. You see it's actually on like more of a official kind of cardstock. And you see that it is a death certificate for one Atlas W. Morgenstern. He died on the last day that the La Fresca food offices were open. He died with the dream.
Damn. That's pretty
But of
fucked
course,
up.
you know that is a conflict with reality, as of course, W. Atlas Morgenstern is alive and well out in White Spray.
Oh, so okay. You know, because remember when we were at the news place and I said that we were doing a story for him? I was like 50-50 he was dead.
Oh, yeah. No. He's alive and well, as far as you're aware.
Okay. That's weird.
And we will take your complication. once again, you start to hear the sounds of footsteps dragging through the shag carpet as a horde of dream addicts will descend upon the abandoned La Fresca food factory. And we will flip back to Deep Lake as the three of you become surrounded by these brainwashed zombies. For our last prompt, Vinny, could you please read prompt number 4?
Number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and under Visit Starlight Kingdom, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Interviews with starry-eyed visitors have a preview showing of the park. Each account more superlative than the last. How do their expressions suggest some kind of hypnosis or hallucinations? I believe their eyes are rolling back and they're like they're looking up like you're seeing something, but you could tell they're just dreaming, ironically. Like they're hallucinating something wonderful in their head. But they're moving like they're not really there, moving aimlessly. Seems like they're reacting to something they believe is a nostalgia factor. Feels like a drug to them, something that won't latch away from. Their arms motionless, but their legs move on. Some of them be hitting the walls or fence or whatever. Living in a different place in their own head, not noticing what's happening anywhere around them.
Jeez.
And we move back to La Fresca, the abandoned La Fresca food office. We see these dream addicts. They are moving across the shag carpet, slower than before, their arms at their side, only their legs moving. You see their eyes loll up into their head and hear them say, "Have you tried it? Oh, it just tastes like, oh, something I haven't had in years. Oh, you have to try it." And you
It
see these forms lurching closer and closer to you,
tastes
brainwashed
like
by a
summer.
different kind of thing.
Oh, we're fucked. We gotta get out of here, guys. We gotta leave.
And could you all please roll the night move to try and escape? And I will ask each one of you before you roll. This will be the night move with vitality.
Okay.
What are you afraid will
Oh,
happen if you fail?
I mean, other than being completely consumed by these zombies, I'm gonna become one of them.
I'm so sorry, Dallas. You won't only become one of them. You will be treated with the utmost care to ensure that you are the pinnacle of advocates for the dream.
Oh no.
Should.
Vinny?
Damn it. Vitality, right?
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay.
What are you? We're gonna pretend I didn't see that. What are you afraid might happen if you fail?
What you said, I cannot think of anything at the moment.
Sure, we'll put that on the table for you. What about you, Lizzie? What are you afraid might happen if you fail or lose your resolve?
Um, that on a similar vein, but I'm gonna add a little spice to it.
Sure.
That they drag her back to that hole with the dream in it. I'm guessing it is.
Mm-hmm. It's worse than that, Lizzie. They won't even have to touch you. The call of the dream is going to be too strong. Lizzie and Dallas, could you please make the night move with vitality?
All right.
I would like
And-
to. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I would like to burn tag the pictures of her and her family and her partner
Perfect.
Taylor. For the
Remembering what's
advantage.
important. I love that. Dallas?
And I would like to tag my tarot cards. I did a tarot reading this morning, and it said I would be fine.
Perfect.
Hey, double nines. High five.
Yeah.
Damn it.
We are
The
not dying.
the two of you race out to the chariot of air sprayed fire. You will take the condition marked by the dream addicts. You get into the van, slam the door shut, and begin to start the car when you realize you've left your friend Isaias. And we cut away. We're back at the current La Fresca Food Factory. We see Isaias is there in front of the ziggurat of pints of the dream. And we see, much like the vision he had earlier of his grandfather, the dream is pouring out of his body. It is thick, it is cold, it is slightly scented of vanilla, and it is pure white. As we see, Isaias is completely lost to the dream. Vinny, would you like to turn a key?
Yeah, which guy should turn?
You're the only one who hasn't turned the sandstone arch.
Damn, he's so close.
You could do a key of the child. I don't want to force your hand, but I you know,
So what's happened if I do? Why happen I do the sandstone arch?
we see Vinny. Isaias is standing there, panicking at the thought of all of these awful, brainwashed, zombie-like humans advancing on him. And for a brief moment, he is teleported away. He sees a vision of a beautiful pink and orange painted desert, and he is walking slowly through the sands towards a great shape on the horizon, a sandstone arch that rises further than any structure you have ever seen. You are dwarfed by it, and you are still miles away from it. But in a moment, you blink, and it's there. And it hums with potential. You walk through it, and are invigorated enough to run to the van. You catch up to your friends and jump in behind them. And you will be taking the condition marked by the dream addicts. But that is where we will be ending our session tonight, with just a short stinger. We see once again the big man staring at a television. He watches as Isaias races to the car and jumps in at the last minute, right before the van peels away, a chariot of air sprayed fire racing down the highway back to Deep Lake. And he looks at the camera and says, "Is that all we see or seem? But a dream within a dream." Thank you guys so much for joining us for another session of Public Access The Dream. We are closing in on the end of our mystery. I'm so excited. This has been so wonderful. Thank you guys for joining us again. We're going to go around the table really quick to give a shout out to everyone. But I have been Werewolf BF, Arthur Wells. I have been your keeper tonight, and I'm going to throw it over to Druid.
I am Druid. I've for the Seshcast, I've played Dallas Starchild. You can find me at the Seshcast on Blue Skies and the Sesh13 on Twitter, but I'm not really on that. And you can find me here, Sigil's coming back up, and maybe even something special coming up soon. Let's go right to.
Whoa, everybody! I've been Latchkey tonight. I've played Grace. You can find me at twitch.tv/Latchkey and on a bunch of stuff on this channel. Woohoo! Okay, Grams.
Hi, I am. This has been. Sorry, I'm thinking of, and I just streamed last night. Hi, I'm Gremlins Are Us, or Grems if you prefer. I stream every Tuesday and Saturday. On my channel, twitch.tv, Gremlins Are Us. That's Gremlins with a Z. Are Us like Toys R Us. And then I'm also here. Whether it's Sigil or an occasional Baldur's Gate 3 is a treat. And over to you, Vinny.
Hi guys, Vinny, Vinyata. You catch me here because I have nowhere else to stay, but I'm good to go. And now pass out Timbo.
Hey everybody, thank you again for being here. Thank you again to Werewolf for running another fantastic session. We're going to go ahead and raid on out. We got more fun stuff coming up, as Druid hinted at so cleverly. But make sure you jump into the Discord where you can. That's the best place to keep your eyes on everything going on. But yeah, thank you again. Thank you again, everybody, for being here. Until next time, stay magical. Subscribe if you love your families.
Bye.
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 Bye.